Rotarian Dolu Oyeyiola, other district officers here present, past presidents, presidents-elect, other Rotarians and guests, spouses, and non-Rotarian guests who are here this morning. It's our pleasure to welcome you to District 9126 District Conference for 2026, holding here in Akure. Our apologies that we're starting this program a little behind schedule. In our usual, in the not usual style, we would have waited for the hall to be full. But our district governor, in his usual style, has said we should begin. Others will join us. To anchor this program today with me is the Assistant District Executive Secretary, Rotarian Posede. Please
let's give him a round of applause as he comes to call the session to order.
Thank you so well. Once again, good morning. My amiable PDG Tayo Oluwarotimi, thank you for coming within time. IPDG Kayode Olagba, Amo Olani Okin, Abdul Ganiu, that we have their contacts so that they can start coming. It will not be too good that we are starting and the hall is not filled up and we have guests amidst us taking over our positions. It is on this note that this program is hereby called to order, and thank you so well.
Thank you very much, our district governor. Next item on our agenda is the national anthem. I would like to request everyone present in the hall to kindly stand up as we stand at attention and take the national anthem of our country, Nigeria. Thank you. Please have your seats. Currently, our club has 70 Rotary clubs on District 912. And each club has their own flag. The flag has the emblem that stands as the identity of the club. We're going to take the parade of club flags next, and I would like to call on Rotariani Akinshola to kindly take us through the parade. All right, we will do that later. Would like to recognize and parade the district governors that are here present. Together, Rotarian Samuel Kolawole and I will be presenting the past district governors in our district. Actually, we will have past district governors that served under District 9125 and 9126.
Distinguished Rotarians, incidentally, in the hall today, as at this time, we have only 2 past district governors who are here with us. And so,
something is wrong, let us straighten it out. We will Rotary, for nothing is worse than a fear or a doubt. We will Rotary.
Please, can we have the chairman of DISCON in the hall? Because we need some form of coordination. We need coordination. We need the chairman of DISCON to be in the hall. And the district executive secretary is in the hall. We want to do the parade of the past district governors. We have 2 of them who are seated with us, but we cannot but recognize all those who are district governors in our district as of today. So the parade we expect should be done virtually on our screen. So please, if we have that, can we please play it? You don't? Okay, we'll do the parade a little later so that we don't waste too much of our time. We'll do the parade of the past district governors. I seek the indulgence of those, the past district governors that are in our midst, PDG Rotary and PDG Olowolagba, that we do that a little later so that we coordinate ourselves.
Distinguished guests, Rotarians, the Rotary year started on the 1st of July 2025, and during the course of the year, we have lost a few Rotarians. During the district conference, we take time to remember and acknowledge Rotarians who have passed on, recognize and acknowledge the service they rendered as Rotarians. We would not be mentioning names. However, we would like to observe a minute silence. DJ, please could you turn down the music? And could we have absolute silence in the hall? I'd like us to stand for a minute as we pay respect to departed Rotarians who have transitioned between 1st of July 2025 and today, 8th of May 2026. May the souls of the faithful departed continue to find eternal rest. Amen. Please, let's have our seats. While we await the presentation of the past district governors and the districts and the flags for all the clubs in District 9126, we will be taking the 4-way test of Rotary. That is one of the guiding principles of Rotary. And I'm honored to take us through the 4-way test of Rotary, still aligning with existing protocols. The 4-way test of the things we think, say, or do. First, is it the truth? Second, is it fair to all concerned? Third, will it build goodwill and better friendship? And fourth, will it be beneficial to all concerned? The 4-way test of Rotary. I'd like to call Rotarian Omolola Dari, if she's in the hall, to kindly take the object of Rotary. Rotarian Omolola Dari. Okay. Yes, I'd like to call Rotarian Bimbola, the president of Rotary Club of Ibadan Jericho Metro, to kindly help us take the object of Rotary. Please let's welcome her, Rotarian Bimbola Bonede, president, Rotary Club of Ibadan Jericho Metro, to take the object of Rotary. Thank you, ma'am.
I'm just a Rotarian.
Thank you.
Are you so happy about it? Always of Rotary.
Thank you. Past DGs in the house. Fellow Rotarians, the object of Rotary. The object of Rotary is to encourage and foster the ideal of service as a basis of worthy enterprise, and in particular, to encourage and foster, first, the development of acquaintance as an opportunity for service. Second, high ethical standards in business and professions, the recognition of the worthiness of all useful occupations, and the dignifying of each Rotarian's occupation as an opportunity to serve society. Third, the application of the ideal of service in each Rotarian's personal, business, and community life. Fourth, the advancement of international understanding, goodwill, and peace through a world fellowship of business and professional persons united in the ideal of service. That is the object of Rotary. Thank you.
Thank you very much, President Bimbola. That is the object of Rotary. Like I said earlier, District 9126 has 70 clubs, and each club has their flag, their emblem. Next, we're having the parade of flags, and this will be anchored by the immediate past district secretary, Rotarian Kazim Oderinu. Please let's give him a round of applause. I think we should clap better. Our claps will reduce his transport fare. He's not walking fast enough. It means we're not clapping well enough. Thank you. Distinguished Rotarians, protocol has already been established, so there wouldn't be any need for us to take it once we come up the podium. If your club's flag is not here, I suggest you find your president. The district secretariat is not responsible for your club's flag not being here.
The district governor, fellow Rotarians, friends and guests, let's be patient a bit to have the flags on the screen so that I can call. All right, we have Rotary Club of Ibadan, Orita Mefa. Can we put our hands together for them, please? Rotary Club of Akure, Rotary Club of Ilesha Metro, Rotary Club of Akure, Rotary Club of Ilesha Metro. Sorry, Ile-Ife Metro. Rotary Club of Akure City. Can I put our hands together for this club? That is my district governor home club. Rotary Club of Ibadan, Elebu Metro. Rotary Club of Oshogbo. I can't see the name of this. Okay. Rotary Club of Ibadan City Central. Rotary Club of Ede. Rotary Club of Ibadan. Rotary Club of Oyo Metro. Rotary Club of Iyaganku, Ibadan. Rotary Club of Ibadan, Bodija Estate. Rotary Club of Ibadan Vanguard. Rotary Club of Ibadan Akure. Rotary E-Club of One Vision. Rotary Club of Osogbo Sunrise. Rotary Club of Ile-Ife Metro again. Rotary Club of Ibadan Jericho Metro. Rotary Club of Ilorin Diamond. Rotary Club of Ibadan West. Rotary Club of Ibadan Akure. Rotary Club of Lokoja Metro. Rotary Club of Lokoja. Rotary Club of Ibadan Ologun-Eru. Rotary Club of Nigeria Next Generation. Next. Rotary Club of Ibadan. Is that all? Okay, yeah, let's go. The media. I've ordered some flags to you this morning. I've given some. He has some already with him, yes. Yes. Okay, let's just read out as it appears here. Pending the time. The Rotary Club of Akure City, Rotary Club of Ilesha GRA, Rotary Club of Akure Prestige, Rotary Club of Agbaliede, Rotary Club of Ilorin Metro, Rotary Club of Iyaganku Ibadan, Rotary Club of Ibadan Jericho Metro, Rotary Club of Oyo Metro, Rotary Club of Ibadan Elebu Metro, Rotary Club of Ile-Ife Metro, Rotary Club of Osogbo GRA, Rotary Club of Akure Metro, Rotary Club of Ilorin New Dawn, Rotary Club of Akure, Rotary Club of Lokoja Metro, Rotary Club of Owo Metro, Rotary Club of Bida Central, Rotary Club of Ondo Adeyemi College, Rotary Club of Ibadan Akure, Rotary Club of Ibadan Ologun-Eru, Rotary Club of Oroki Osogbo, Rotary Club of Osogbo, Rotary E-Club of Greater Nigeria, Rotary E-Club of Nigeria New Dawn, Rotary Club of Ilorin Diamond, Rotary E-Club of One Nigeria, Rotary Club of Oluyole Estate, Rotary Club of Lokoja, Rotary Club of Ado Ekiti, New Dawn. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, IPDES. We have some clubs that were chartered during this Rotary year, making the total number of clubs in District 9126 to be 70. I'd like to call on the District Executive Secretary, Rotarian Adediran Adejunwo, to kindly present the new clubs in our district, as well as DISCON first-timers. DES Adediran Adejunwo, please. Please, let's encourage him. Let's give him. It's not easy to be a district secretary. If you love your district secretary, please jam your hands together. We're always recognizing the DG. Please, let's recognize and acknowledge our performing capacity, indefatigable.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Standing on already established protocol for Rotarians who are attending the DISCON district conference for the first time, please stand up for recognition. We want to welcome you specially. If you are attending DISCON for the first time, please step forward. My DG want to have a nice shake with you. Please encourage them. First timers. We appreciate you. We love you. Hope you are enjoying yourself. No, yeah. Oh, please, to this side. My DG, sir. Please file up. I don't want to shake. I want my DG to do that, please. Thank you, thank you, thank you. DG will shake it properly. Thank you.
What kind of stuff are you made of?
I'm just a Rotarian.
Are you so happy about it?
The ways of Rotary. Rotary, my Rotary. Rotary, my Rotary. Rotary, my Rotary. Rotary, for life.
My DG, sir.
Thank you so well. Do you know why it is the best that they are coming up? It shows how scanty this place is when I remove my people here. And you know what it means. What it means is they are punctual. More than 400 persons registered. And look at the hall. This morning, we were still contemplating whether or not this place will be sufficient for us. We were almost changing the location of this function. But with what we're saying now, we know why some people left home. We pray it yield well. On this note, we just want to appreciate you for coming and to say, please, be an ambassador of your club and remain in your club. Some years, you might be where I am, you might be more than this. It is on this note that I want to say,
The ways of Rotary. Rotary, my Rotary. Rotary, my Rotary. Rotary, my Rotary. Rotary, for life. Rotary, my Rotary. Rotary, my Rotary. Rotary, my Rotary. I am a Rotarian for life.
thank you so well. You are the best.
Thank you so much, my district governor. Please, can go back to your seat. We appreciate you. Please encourage them once again. Moving forward, distinguished Rotarian guests and friends, in the course of this Rotary year, Unite for Good, with the support of the membership marshal from different zones and the support from our district governor and other eminent Rotarians, the district 9126 had additional club, up together 6 in number. Please encourage that my district governor and the special membership marshals. On the list, we have Rotary Club of Nigeria New Generation. Please encourage them. Rotary Club of Ida City, Rotary Club of Ibadan Vanguard, and Rotary A Club of Ikirun, Rotary Club of Ibadan Airport, and Rotary A Club of New Nigeria. Thank you very much, and God bless you all.
Please let's give a round of applause to the new clubs that we have chartered in our district. And I just want to say it's not too late to have additional clubs. We'll be having the presentation of the past district governors next.
Distinguished Rotarians, it is time for us to recognize past district governors in our district. As you know, this is a very young district. A very young district. But we have been in other districts before now. So what we are going to, the people we are going to be recognizing didn't start from, they didn't begin their journey from district 9126. Some of them became past district governors. And they became district governors when they were in the districts that we were in before we got to where we are now. So we want to recognize all the past district governors that are in District 9126. Let me start. Media, I hope we have the pictures now that you can project when I mention their names. Rotarian Emmanuel Dolapo Lufadeju. That is PDG Emmanuel Dolapo Lufadeju. Please give him a round of applause even if he's not here. It's not an easy thing to be a district governor. Next, District Governor Olurotimi Tayo, 2005 to 2006, in the service above self year. Next, we have past District Governor Dele Samson, 2008-2009. PDG Dele Samson. Next, we have past District Governor Obafunsho Ogunkeye, 2010 to 2011, OBO. Sir, we can't see you, sir. With all due respect, sir, we want to see you. We can't see you, sir. It's the young man you are looking at in the picture, but they want to see you, sir. You shouldn't be hidden. Now, let us properly now recognize him, now that we can see him. PDG Obafunsho Ogunkeye. Next, we have past District Governor BC Adegoke, 2016 to 2017. A round of applause for him, although he's not here. Then we have past District Governor Jumoke Bamigboye, 2020-2021, the year of open opportunities. Last but not the least, and we also want him to stand up for recognition, we have past District Governor Kayode Olowolagba. Distinguished Rotarians, this is supposed to be a parade. It's not supposed to just be a mention. We are supposed to parade them. So with all due respect, my PDGs, we want to see all our PDGs in front here. Thank you, sir. When that's the my PDG, please. When the saints go, the saints are marching. Please increase the volume. Oh, when the saints go, oh, when the saints go marching in, oh, when the saints beg, sir. Yes, I want.
The very man on white, PDG Tayo Olurotimi, was district governor 2005 and 2006 Rotary year. That's about before I even joined Rotary. Please do me a favor, clapping for him. The next person is PDG Obafunsho Ogun Keye. You see, he said when I joined Rotary, and when he came for a visit, he asked us to come. He came through the back door. I'm quoting my IPDG. And you know what happened? We didn't get what he needed in place for him. He said, I've not visited you, I'll come back. I said, these people are so powerful. When will I get to this position? You just look at our books, flip through them, and say, you are not serious. I'll come. And then we had 6 permanent secretaries in my club. I said, this man is talking to permanent secretaries. Rotary. On this note, once again, I want to sincerely say thank you. My IPDG, Kayode Ololagba, our district is just a new district, 2 years old. Of course, we were bifurcated from the district 9125, like all you know. And today we are 6, who handed over to me. I have chosen not to emulate him in everything, but I will emulate his leadership style. On this note, once again, thank you so well. Good, Baba? I thank you, sir. Thank you so well. I'm Arini Bao, but I never doubt about you. Thank you.
Distinguished Rotarians, while we were having the parade of past district governors, an important Rotarian came into the hall. He will be duly introduced to us later, but please help make welcome the Rotary International President's representative at this DISCON, past District Governor Robert Wagwa Nsibirwa. I hope I got that right. He's here with his spouse. Please stand up for recognition. You will still be properly introduced later. You are welcome. As we proceed, in the order of program, it is time to call on the 2026 District Conference Chair, Rotarian Olalekan Oni. Rotarian Olalekan Oni to give us his welcome address. PAG Lekan Oni, AG Lee, no longer PAG Lee now.
Good morning, District Rotarians. My DG, our dear RRF, fellow Rotarians, and our guest. I will be giving this welcome speech on behalf of all of us at the LOC and the CPC. Because over the course of the 2 months, we have been doing a lot of work behind the scene. It gives me a great joy and honor to serve as the chair of this year DISCON, here in Akure, the capital of Ondo State, where sunshine meets heritage and every moment feels alive. The theme for this conference is Unite for Good, Collaborating for Impact. It's carefully chosen because of the impact that we might all give to the world if we are all united. Today, we come together not just to meet, but to celebrate our shared passion for service, milestone achievement as a Rotarian, a club, and as an international organization within and outside our various clubs, locations, through impactful service projects executed. Whether you have traveled far from outside of the country, or from the far past of our district, or from within this city, your presence indeed demonstrates our collective commitment to the ideals of Rotary: fellowship, leadership, integrity, diversity, and service. Rotarians all over the globe are people of actions, as evident in our personal, community, and business life, and this has positioned us at the front line of all service organizations across the world. And as we continue to partake and participate in this conference, I want us to remember our roles as people of actions. This conference is time to reflect on our achievements, but more importantly, to create new partnerships and imagine new ways to be more united in purpose, actions, and resolves towards creation of more positive and visible impact within our local communities and by extension in the world over. Fellow Rotarians, Rotary leaders, and our guests, I implore us all to make good use of this conference and let it be a time of inspirations, connections, and transformation. Let us enjoy the fellowship, the share of stories of services, and strengthen our bonds of unity, and let us allow this conference to give us these resolves to continually execute projects that will create lasting impact. On behalf of the host organized committee and the Central Project Committee, and of course, our dear District Governor Rotarian, Ken from Kako Batife, I want to welcome all of us to this year's conference, and let us make a fantastic and productive and impactful event throughout our stay in Akure. Enjoy yourselves and have a beautiful stay in Akure. Thank you.
A round of applause for the DISCON chair. So far, it's been an interesting district conference. We had the fish party last night, and it was eventful. If you were not there, you missed. I'd like to call on the district executive secretary, Rotarian Adediran Adejuwon, to please come up and introduce our district governor.
Thank you so much, Ma, once again. My district governor, sir. Please let's encourage my district governor. Media, please. Hold on, please. 1 minute. One of the reasons I appreciate introducing my district governor is that during the course of this Rotary year, he was given chieftaincy title. Now he wants to be addressed as chief. My district governor, sir, we are waiting. Hi, chief, sir. My chief, sir. Media, please. Please, let's listen to the profile of the district governor, Batife from Kapo Ken.
Every good night raises helmet and glove. Leaving a Rotary to carry a message of service and love. Vive la Rotary. Vive la Rotary. Vive la Rotary. Truth is alright. Love is our might. Vive la Rotary.
Rotarian Funkapo Ben Batife was born into the family of late High Chief Batife Kolawole Onana of Agobiri Quarters, Arugbo, SF, the local government, the Ijapo speaking area of Ondo State over 5 decades ago. A graduate of sociology from Lagos State University, Ojo, Rotarian Funkapo Ken Batife also holds postgraduate diploma in management and MSc social works from Ladoke Akintola University of Technology, Lautech, Ogbomoso, master's degree in business administration from Federal University of Technology, Akure, and honorary diploma in public administration from Adekon College of Business and Management, Ibadan, Oyo State. Funkapo Ken Batife is an entrepreneur by excellence who pioneered many companies like Retembart Limited, Bakona Plus Oil and Gas Limited, Kenax Integrated Limited, Kenax Plus Solutions Limited, and a board member of AK Hotels Limited. Rotarian Funkapo Ken Batife joined Rotary in 2009. He served as the president, Rotary Club of Ijapo, now Rotary Club of Akure Metro, in the 2012-2013 Rotary year. Through his charismatic leadership, the club membership strength increased from 31 to 42, where he executed laudable service projects such as the donation of medical equipment to Ondo State General Hospital, Akure, in partnership with Rotary Club of Calcutta, India, 100 successful eye surgeries in India, also in partnership with Rotary Club of Calcutta, India, donation of educational materials to St. Anthony's RCM Primary School, Akure, Ondo State, and Army Children's School, also in Akure, the Ondo State capital. As president of Rotary Club Ijapo, he facilitated the purchase of the land and building of the club's modern clubhouse. As president then, he earned for his club the Rotary International Presidential Citation Award. Rotarian Funkapo Ken Batife enviably served his clubs in several capacities from 2010 till date. He has served as vice president, also president, as well as executive secretary and director of vocational service and chairman investiture committee while at Rotary Club Ijapo, now Rotary Club Akure Metro. At Rotary Club of Akure City, he held the position of membership chair from 2015 till date. At the district level, Batife has served meritoriously from 2013 till date. He is a 2-time assistant zonal coordinator for Zone 1, District 9125, a 3-time assistant governor, District 9125, a 2-time chair, vocational service, District 9125, chair, international service, District 9125, chair, action group, District 9125, district governor, special representative cum advisor for Rotary clubs of Akure City, Owo Metro, Okitipupa the Coast, and Akure Prestige. In District 9125, he won the award of the Most Outstanding Assistant Governor 2015-2016, Best Assistant Governor 2017-2018, and Best Assistant Zonal Coordinator Awards 2021-2022. Rotarian Funkapo has displayed massive support towards membership development and extension in the Rotary family. He led the charter of Rotary Club of Akure Prestige under the leadership of PDG Ayola Oyedokun 2021-2022. Rotary Club of Owo Metro under the leadership of PDG Mbanefo Noka 2017-2018. Rotary Club of Okitipupa the Coast under the leadership of PDG Felix Obadan 2012-2013. Rotary Club of Akure City under the leadership of PDG Mike Omatosho 2015-2016, which is Rotarian Batife's home club till date. He has sponsored 56 members into the Rotary family. Rotarian Funkapo Ken Batife has actively participated in district and international functions like West Africa Project Fair Accra, Ghana 2010-2017, Rotary Zonal Institute Cape Town in South Africa 2011, Lusaka, Zambia, September 2023, and Mauritius, September 2024, Bangkok in Thailand 2012, and Sao Paulo, Brazil in 2015. The quiet, kind, and humble Ken Batife was also for Rotary Club activities in Hamburg, Germany in 2019, First African Rotary Zonal Institute in Egypt, 2019. Exchange visit to District 9213, Uganda, 2022. Presidential Peace Conference in London, 2024. Rotary International Assembly, USA, 2025. And Rotary International District 5063 Canada District Conference in 2026. Rotary Funkapo is a well-traveled man who has visited 32 different countries of the world for Rotary and business purposes. Rotary Funkapo Batife is a multiple Paul Harris Fellow and a member of 12 Rotary Action Groups and Fellowships. It is on record that he has attended Rotary Fellowship and meetings of 171 Rotary clubs. He is a faculty member of the Rotary Leadership Institute, RLI, and a recipient of 65 awards and recognitions within and outside the Rotary family. Rotarian Funkapo is a Chief Superintendent of Police, Supernumerary Police, member of Nigerian Federal Road Safety Corps, Special Marshal, member of Club Airland, Akure, member Akure Recreation Club, member of the International Association of World Peace Advocates, United Nations ECOSOC. He is an ambassador of peace of the United Nations and a Justice of the Peace, JP. He is a traditional chieftaincy title holder of Akure of Imurele, or local government area of Ondo State, and Iga of Igaingbu, SL, the local government area, also of Ondo State. Rotarian Funkapo Ken Batife celebrates his birthday on August 22nd every year. He is happily married to Justina Poe Batife, and the marriage is blessed with 4 children. His hobbies are swimming, making friends, and traveling. Ladies and gentlemen, with all sense of humility, here is Rotarian Funkapo Ken Batife with Rotary membership number 8115665.
Stand up for the champions, stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up.
Thank you so well. I appreciate you. I just want to welcome you once again to today's district conference. It's the Rotary International representative, PDG Robert Nisebera. Thank you so well for coming far from Uganda. I was highly taken care of when I visited Uganda, and I've been adopted. I have a mother there. Thank you so well. We appreciate you. Our PDGs, PDG Tayo Olorotimi, thank you so well. PDG Obafunsho Ogunke, thank you so well for coming. IPDG Kayode Olowolagba, I appreciate you. District Governor-elect Olani Amowoki, thank you so well. District Governor nominee Dolu Olayola, thank you so well. Oyeyola, even though I said I will not be doing that mistake, but I don't know why I keep on thinking that name is Wola. Oyeyola, thank you so well. The Rotary International representative, aide, and the spouse, I especially appreciate you. My fellow Rotarians, friends, and family of the Rotary family, I once again want to welcome you to today's Rotary Conference. It is with a heart full of joy and profound sense of history that I welcome you to the city of Akure, where we gather here, the ancient city and capital of Ondo State, the city where heritage spans over 11,000 years. 11,000 years. This town, I wish the KBHC, the DG is here, where we're talking about his town, to write a new chapter in our history. This is more than a meeting. It is a homecoming for the family united by a singular, powerful purpose of service above self. Our theme for this conference, Unite for Good, Collaborating for Impact, is a direct echo of the Rotary International President's call to action, Unite for Good. For 25-26 Rotary year, it is a reminder that while one Rotarian can change life, a united district, united Rotarian, united club can transform civilization. This translates to the impact of humanitarian service in Rotary as a family around the world. Over the last 10 months, we have seen this impact firsthand. District 9126 covers a land vast across 7 states of Ondo, Ekiti, Osun, Oyo, Kogi, Niger, and Kwara. Nearly 40 million people and 1,903 square meters. Yet, within this immense geography, we have 1,403 Rotarians as of today, spread across 70 clubs in our district. And here we stand as a district to unite for good. To unite for good. Club president, district officers, today, you are the architects of the success we celebrate this morning. You are simply the very best. Like for our guests and for those that doesn't know Rotary, since 1905, Rotary has been in the world conscience. From drafting the United Nations historic near completion eradication of polio, investing $2.9 billion in the process of polio eradication, we have proven that there is no challenge too big or too great for a committed art. In Rotary, we build schools that our children may not attend. We drill balls that our children we may not drink from. We provide health facility for the vulnerables who will not recognize our face and come to say thank you. We do this because we are all people of action, because we know that by complementing government efforts, we make life more abundant for all. Despite the economic hardship facing our nation and the world at large, your dedication have never wearied. In this Rotary year alone, we have done so much to be proud of as a district. We have built schools across the district. We have also done impactful projects in all the 7 areas of focus. We have erected 49 end polio signposts, billboard, 49 billboards of end polio in Ondo, Ekiti, Ondo, Osun, and Niger states in partnership with the governments of the state. The district has partnered with international clubs and district on a lot of projects. You know, sometimes you look for burden for yourself. That's the burden I have for myself. Numerous balls have been constructed and donated to communities. Schools have been constructed, renovated, and supplied with medical, with educational equipment. Laboratories have been built. 59 students had gotten scholarship across our clubs and states and in the district. Sensitization and awareness campaign on polio eradication were top-notch. To the Rotary International representative, PDG Robert Nisebra from Uganda, and your lovely spouse, we welcome you once again to the city of Akure. We are eager to drink from your well of experience. My heart gratitude, His Excellency, the former governor of Ondo State called me about 2 hours ago, that he wants to start coming. And because the hall was not filled, I begged him to come by 1. But whichever way, I want to sincerely appreciate His Excellency, the former governor of Ondo State, Dr. Olusegun Mimiku, for accepting the fact that he's going to be the keynote speaker for today. My profound appreciation goes to also Olumoyiwa. I especially thank our royal fathers who will be coming soon. I thank all PDGs present here and even those that are not here that took permission for one reason or the other. My sincere appreciation goes to Rotarians for giving this immense support you have given this Rotary here as I had the script of a district governor. As we open this second district conference, I want to thank you all, and I want you to reflect to what we have done, to the life we have touched, and to look forward to the life we are yet to touch, and to agree to unite for working for them to touch their life. Please enjoy the warm atmosphere of Akure, engage fruitful deliberations, and let depart from here more united than ever. Together, let us continue to unite for good. Thank you so well. Well, there is something you are going to see. There is something you are going to see here. At the beginning of the year, I had a target at a district that we want to be a all-giving district. Not necessarily minding the amount, but the fact that we are teaching Rotarian or we are making Rotarian to give every year. Not necessarily becoming major donor, not necessarily becoming Paul Harris Fellow, not necessarily doing every Rotarian every year, but the fact that we are teaching you to give to Rotary Foundation. I will show you 25 clubs that are giving 100% to the Rotary Foundation. And we are so sure that before the end of this Rotary year, our district will be 100% giving. 100% giving to the Rotary Foundation. As we speak today, we have over 900 of 1,403 that are given to Rotary Foundation. 965 Rotarians are giving to Rotary Foundation amidst the 1,403 Rotarians. I want to specially appreciate clubs that are giving. The Rotary Club of Akure, there are 26, all of them are given to Rotary Foundation. You can do better. The Rotary Club of Akure Siri, all of them, 22, they are all given to Rotary Foundation. Rotary Club of Akure Metro, 24, they have all given to Rotary Foundation. Akure Prestige, 20, they are all given to Rotary Foundation. Akure Royals, 15, they are all given to Rotary Foundation. Greater Nigeria, 25, they are all given to Rotary Foundation. New Akure, Nigeria New Dawn, 13, they are all given to Rotary Foundation. Club 1 Nigeria, Rotary Club of E1 Nigeria, are all given to Rotary Foundation. The Rotary Club of Ede, they are 19, they are all given to Rotary Foundation. The Rotary Club of Bongon, Metro, are all given to Rotary Foundation. Rotary Club of Ibadan, 67, they are all given to Rotary Foundation. The Rotary Club of Akobo, 46, they are all given to Rotary Foundation. Rotary Club of Ibadan Jericho Metro, they are 71, they are all given to Rotary Foundation. As a matter of fact, for today, that is the club that has given the highest to the Rotary Foundation in our district of over $30,000. The Rotary Club of Ibadan Pafinda, 16, they are all given to Rotary Foundation. The Rotary Club of Ibadan Prestige, 21, they are all given to Rotary Foundation. Ibadan West, 21, they are all given to Rotary Foundation. Ife Metropolitan, 5, they are all given to Rotary Foundation. Elisha GRA, 11, they are all given to Rotary Foundation. Ilori Metro, they are all given to Rotary Foundation. Ilori New Dawn, 39, they are all given to Rotary Foundation. Ibadan Iyaganku, they are 63, they are all given to the Rotary Foundation. Lokoja, that club is a club that I have a lot of value for, and I will tell you why. That club was almost dying. That club this year has been able to produce 4 Polaris Fellows. It seems small, but the last Polaris Fellow in that club came 2009 2010. It means in the last 14 years, they have not done anything to foundation. So this year, we were able to talk to them, and today, they are all given to foundation. The Rotary Club of Lokoja Metro, 10, they are all given to foundation. Rotary Club of Minasiri, 7, they are all given to Rotary Foundation. Ondo, this club has a very special feature. This club is a club where the only club in our district where sometimes you have to pay 3 years to be a member. And the reason is simple. Sometimes when we have journey that you want to go to America, people want to come. Around that time, you see Rotarians coming into club increasing rapidly. People coming from left, right, and center. If you come around that time, you pay 3 years. So if you want to go, go. After they deny your visa, you know that. So I like that club because the ISAS is it's the only club in the district with that feature. Can we go, please? Show the ones that are yet to give to all giving. The ones that are yet. Because why we have to show, okay, thank you. These ones on blue, look at that end, at the giving, you see the number of people giving, you see the number of people who are yet to give. You see your membership strength, you see what you have given. By the July 8th, we will be repeating this type of thing where we will appreciate those that are not giving. If you can, between now and that time, meet up with giving to all represent, we will appreciate you. So I wish you check your name. If your name is there, these ones are in near danger, but not really danger, because we still have the danger ones. 18, just 2 are given to foundation. That's Ado New Dawn. 18, 2. We are not asking you to all become a major donor, Polaris Fellow, but we are begging you to just give to foundation. Give to foundation. I know that my PDG who came to represent the Rotary International president will learn something from us if at the end of the day, all Rotarians from our district is able to give to foundation. He will see it. He will read it. The note will be given to him. Well, you see these ones on danger. Please, I want to beg you to just remove yourself from this danger. The color is even disturbing some people's sight. Please ensure that you walk around it so that you don't, you leave this danger for green. You know the meaning of the color green. It has to do with nature. It is less chemical, whatever. So please, walk around it. The last club, or these last 5 clubs were new clubs, but you can all give to foundation. I will want to appreciate the people that are all giving. So when I call your club, just come and go. I want to give them certificate because that was what I promised at the beginning of the year, that if you do, we will appreciate you at this district conference. And I cannot allow it wait. That's why I'm putting it as part of my speech to give you this certificate. You are the first that is receiving this certificate. If your club is unable to get now, give so that you'll be the first to be called during district investiture of my amiable district governor-elect, who will be district governor then. The Rotary Club of Ondo, please come as you get a certificate for yourself. The Rotary Club of Akure Minasiri, come up. You have to be fast because our time is well spent, or fast spent, or wrongly spent. I'll be calling. You can be calling.
Rotary Club of Ondo. Rotary Club of Minas City. Rotary Club of Lokoja Metro. Rotary Club of Lokoja. Rotary Club of Yago Guibado. Ile-Ife Metro. Rotary Club of Ibadan West. Rotary Club of Akure Metro. Akure Metro. Ilesha GRA, get ready. Ibadan Prestige, get ready. Akure Metro, Ibadan Prestige, Ilesha GRA, Ibadan Prestige and Ilesha GRA, Ibadan West, Ibadan Panfinder, Ibadan Jericho Metro, Panfinder, Ibadan Jericho Metro, Ibadan Akobo, Rotary Club of Ibadan, Rotary Club of Gbọ̀ngàn Metro, Rotary Club of Ede, Rotary Club of Nigeria New Dawn, Ibadan. E-Club of One Nigeria, Rotary Club of Ede, Rotary Club of Nigeria New Dawn, Rotary E-Club of Greater Nigeria, Rotary Club of Akure Royals, Greater Nigeria. Rotary E-Club of One Nigeria, Rotary Club of Akure Royals, Rotary Club of Akure Prestige, Rotary Club of Akure City, Rotary Club of Akure, Rotary Club of Ilorin New Dawn, Rotary Club of Ilorin Metro, Lorry Metro. Bogon Metro, Akure Prestige, Rotary Club of Ede, Rotary Club of Akure Royal. Thank you so much. We continue it.
Do you know why we are doing this? Because in my visit to clubs, I assure them that all clubs, any club that gives to foundation will recognize them. It is not easy when all people are giving to foundation. I will recognize some other set of people and I will stop the evening when it will be time for award. These people are people who are giving $3,000 and above dollars to the Rotary Foundation. It is not easy to give $3,000 plus dollars in this economy. And we are 1,403 Rotarians. Just 9 are giving $3,000 and above dollars. So I will appreciate them. And we wait till evening when we'll be getting Deju. PDJ Emmanuel Lufadeju had given 4,000 plus to Rotary Foundation. Is a major donor. Thank you. If it's not here, we'll go to the next. Sorry. This man is the father of this person I'm going to call is the only person, I don't want to use words, even though it's no more, who is AKS in our district. And the son decided to give $4,000 to Rotary Foundation in November when we were doing dinner. Zach, Raymond, is not here, but we can, if we get somebody. If we have somebody who can collect on behalf of him, we will give to the person. The club president can come, or anybody. Is of Rotary Club of Ibadan. Okay. Thank you so well. You may remove, when you are bringing it, remove this nylon so that they can see it very well. This blood, those will be laughing. Thank you. Well, let me explain this award. This award is not being generated. It's not generated by me. This award is the Rotary Foundation award. The only thing that the district governor needs to do is he can't design it. He can only put his name and sign it. And every other information of the person is given there. So it is called the Rotary Foundation District Service Award. It is not my award. It is an award from the Rotary International or from the Rotary Foundation. So, Borani Keji, Akintunde Moroni Keji, Rotary Club of Iyaganku, he has a pledge within himself that he will give $4,000 every year. So he told me, and he had given, and he's a major donor, level 2. So thank you so well. Thank you. I appreciate you for giving that and that promise. Thank you so well. I appreciate you. Well, there was a man I persuaded that he can't meet up, and he's paid $7,180 the Rotary Foundation, and his name is Rasak Akindele. Is of the Rotary Club of Agbali Ede. If we have somebody from Agbali Ede, you can come and pick it up. Please be fast, please. TSA Adebambo had given $4,000 to the Rotary Foundation this Rotary year. Please come up. Thank you. Thank you. Somebody can, okay, 2 years we collect for Babalu Fadeju and himself. So, 2 years, thank you for giving that much to Rotary Foundation. Okay. He wants to get 2. You can take that one too. Thank you. That belongs to his boss. Thank you. Huh? Rotary Club of, okay, Vera, David Vera, she's signing a bond to be second level major donor. So she has given about $6,000 to Rotary Foundation this Rotary year. And she's of Ilorin New Dawn. Need ready. You can come. Rosemary Ondo had given $5,000 to the Rotary Foundation for this Rotary year. Please come up. Vera, you take your own. Or come and be here. This side. Thank you. Okay, she will collect for Rosemary. I know them to be very good friends. No, you keep her own now. Uh-huh. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. No. This person is a senator of the Federal Republic being talked to by PDG Obafunsho to assist or to give to foundation. He is a benefactor in this same Rotary year, and he decided that he's going to even turn a major donor before the end of the year, and we are left with 50-something days. I know this is possible. His name is Ali. He is Senator Sarafaddin of Rotary Club of Ibadan. I want PDG Obafunsho to come and take this. I am going to overrule anybody on this matter. You know why I'm going to call PDG Obafunsho, who is already coming, so that the final payments, the balance of $10,000 will be paid. This picture is going to be a witness, and I'm going to laminate and send to the senator if we are unable to get his money in this Rotary year. Thank you so well. We appreciate you for calling in that senator who had given this much money and who has also promised that he will give us at least $10,000 this Rotary year. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you, sir. Yeah, ma'am. Well, I will want to call a man who said he did commitment because of me. What commitment? At the beginning of the year, he said he was level 2 major donor. He said because of me, he wants to be level 3 major donor. And today, he has done that. He is level 3 major donor. His name is Samuel Kolawole of Rotary Club of Ibadan, Jericho Metro. That is the club that has given us the highest money for this Rotary year. He is level 3 major donor. Thank you so well. We sincerely appreciate what you have given. The Rotary Foundation says they are greeting through me, the district governor, to say thank you so well. Thank you. Give to them and wait here. Well, I am going to decorate him with a pin of 3rd level major donor. And 3rd level major donor, what it means is on this pin, do you know the meaning of 3rd level major donor? You don't. That's a man who had given not less than 50,000, isn't it, sir? 3rd level gives between 50,000 and 70 $70,000 to Rotary Foundation. That is third level. I would want my ROI president for today, the representative, to join me or to come and even pay this to him. Thank you so well.
Thank you for supporting your and my foundation. And it's my honor, on behalf of the Board of Trustees of the foundation, to have this pin on your beautiful shirt. Continue giving because the needs are still there. Congratulations. I present you also the stone, Rotary Foundation.
Thank you. The table, this podium can be left for people who will continue to anchor as I want to take a bow to move to the other side. But sincerely speaking, I have done this to encourage all of us that we can actually give to foundation. And particularly for those that are giving so much money. It is not even me recognizing them. It's Rotary International that sent those pins. On this note, once again, continue to talk, enjoy this atmosphere, and connect for greater impact, creating a lasting impact. That is the theme for next Rotary year. Let's continue. Thank you so well.
Let's give our district governor a round of applause. I would like all of us to stand up as we acknowledge and put our hands together for everyone and every club that has been recognized this morning. Please, let's give them a resounding applause. The Rotary Foundation thanks you for your giving. I'd like to call on Rotarian Razak Saliu to kindly please come up stage and introduce properly the Rotary International President's representative to DISCON.
The district governor, with your permissions, I would like to call the RI President's rep and his delightful spouse to please come up here. Madam. The RI President's rep is PDG Robert Wagwa Nsibirwa, and his spouse is Rita Namyato Kisitu. Please let's give them a round of applause. Just a minute. Robert Wagwa Nsibirwa is a preeminent global authority in the coffee and community trading sectors, a seasoned practicing entrepreneur and a distinguished public leader at the Kingdom of Buganda and Rotary International, with over 26 years of senior business leadership experience. His expertise spans commodity value chains, enterprise development, finance, governance, automotive, and real estate. Robert is a preeminent global authority in the coffee and commodity trading sectors, boasting a career that now spans 32 years. His work has taken him to every coffee producing and trading nation in the world, providing him with a profound and unparalleled understanding of global value chains and market dynamics. Robert is recognized for rare triple threat leadership profile,
deep technical mastery in coffee price risk management, a proven track record of scaling regional enterprise, and a high level of public service role in economic governance. As an adjunct executive fellow at Strathmore Global Institute of the Strathmore University Business School, he bridges the gap between global expertise and local business challenges by mentoring the current and next generation of African business captains. In global commodity expense and international trade, Robert has over 3 decades experience. He has been a vivid business and professional supporter of individuals and entities involved in the African coffee value chain. His influence in this sector is both operational and strategic. Aspect of regional footprint, as the co-founder and group CEO of the African Coffee Academy, he has led the organization's expansion across Uganda, Kenya, Burundi, and Tanzania. In broad global consulting, he serves as a value matter expert and consultant to the World Bank and the International Trade Center, ITC. Thank you very much. Specializing in commodity risk management for both coffee and cotton sectors. On strategic advocacy, his work focuses on ensuring sustainable economic growth by providing strategic support to stakeholders ranging from smallholder farmers to large-scale international entities. In governance, public and service and economics policy, Robert holds a senior leadership position in one of Africa's most prominent cultural and economic institutions. In ministerial role, he serves as the second deputy prime minister and minister of finance, investment and planning economic development to the Kingdom of Buganda. Thank you very much. Economic strategy. In this capacity, he oversees the kingdom's financial strategy, investment portfolio, and long-term economic planning initiatives. Institutional legacy. His work involves balancing the preservation of cultural legacy with modern economic development and sustainable investments. In academic leadership and executive mentoring. Since 20th March 2014, Robert has been a pivotal member of the faculty at Strathmore University Business School. Faculty appointment. He was appointed an adjunct faculty member by the Dean, Stratford Business School, Dr. George Njenga, with a specific mandate to provide education relevant to the contemporary challenges faced by program participants. Mentoring the C-suite. For over a decade, Robert has mentored and coached the captains of business and emerging leaders across Uganda and broad East African region, focusing on business problem analysis and strategic decision-making. Thank you very much. Entrepreneurship and corporate leadership. Beyond his public and community-specific roles, Robert has been instrumental in the growth of various regional businesses. 1, automotive sector. He is a co-founder and executive director of Ashland Motors Africa Limited, driving business leadership and regional growth. Educational leadership. As the chairman of Green Hill Holdings Limited, he provides strategic oversight for the Green Hill Academy schools, among other subsidiaries, to ensure sustainable growth. Private enterprise. He serves as the chairman of World Class Team Limited that owns Rotary schools. On philanthropy, leadership, and global volunteer mobilization, Robert is a deeply committed Rotarian who has mastered the art of leading high-performance, non-compensated professional teams to achieve significant social impact. In the Rotary Club of Uganda Limited, he serves as the chairman, providing strategic governance for National Umbrella Organization of Rotary Clubs. Thank you. On emergency health care, as the team leader for the Rotary Nkozi Hospital Accident and Emergency Center, he led a $1.2 million flagship project to establish a state-of-the-art emergency facility. On peace and conflict resolution, he is a board member of the Makerere University Rotary Peace Center, which develops peace-building leaders across the continent.
On global governance, he has served as a past district governor for Rotary District 9211, comprising Uganda and Tanzania, and represented the region as a delegate to the Rotary International Council on Legislation. On peace investments, he is currently an advisor to the Rotary Foundation Peace Major Gifts Initiative 2023 to 2027, shaping multi-million-dollar global peace investments. On youth empowerment, he is the founder and team leader of the Rotary Vijana Power Initiative, which focuses on the school to work transition, youth mentoring, and entrepreneurship. On civic and board corporate governance, Robert's commitment to social change and institutional corporate growth is further reflected in his diverse board-level contributions. One, he is chairman of the board, Habitat for Humanity Uganda, a leading national efforts to provide sustainable housing and community development. Two, on Healthy Heart Foundation, he is the co-founder and director of this initiative. The initiative is dedicated to cardiac health awareness and support. Three, institutional trusteeship. He is a trustee of the King's College Budo Board of Trustees, where he ensures the protection and promotion of assets and resources of one of Uganda's most prominent educational institutions. His academic credentials and thought leadership. Robert blends his extensive practical experience with a strong academic foundation. He holds a Master's of Economics in Economic Policy and Planning, Makerere University, 2001. He holds a Bachelor of Science in Statistics, Makerere University, 1992. He is a Fellow Emeritus, Center for Study of African Economics, University of Oxford, 2003. He is an adjunct faculty, Strathmore Business School, Strathmore University in Kenya. He was born 15 January 1969. Robert is a practicing Christian, a husband and a father. He is passionate for sustainability, positive socio-economic changes, and the adoption of sustainable technologies in developing world enterprises. He brings his philosophy to every facilitation using real-life case studies and pragmatic insights to bridge the gap between global expertise and local solutions. Our district governor, everybody is present. I want to present to us formally the Rotary International President's representative, PDG Robert Wagwa Nsibirwa, and his spouse, Rita Namyato Kisetu.
Please let's stand up. The applause is not loud enough. All the way from Uganda. Let's give them a warm Nigerian welcome. An Akure welcome. A welcome from District 9126.
You may resume your seats. Join me to thank the Rotarian who has been able to introduce me so kindly and so generously. Thank you so much. Ekasan Rotarians. Ekasan Rotarians. Good afternoon, my Rotary family and friends of Rotary. I recognize my district governor, Governor Ken, BKF. I recognize the past leaders of this district, including the most senior leader here, and I recognize my very old friend, Obafunso, PDG, who has been to Uganda 10 times. I recognize the future leaders of this district, the governor-elect, and also the governor nominee. And to each and every one of you, dear Rotarians, and also Rotractors, if any. This is my 5th time in Nigeria, and I've been blessed. Every time I come to Nigeria, I go to a different state. So, and because I look like Governor Ken, I blend in very well. So no curiosity. But also, if there's anybody from Odanga Kingdom, you are speaking to your chief. I'm the Orerapo of Ogara Kingdom. I got that title from the king of Ogara Kingdom in 2017 when I was in Iwali as a reaper. And there I say, Wali never no carry last. I'm here with my wife, Rotarian Rita, to represent the Rotary International President. Our president, our world president for Rotary, Rotarian Azero Francesco and his wife Anna Maria, who would have loved to be here, but because we have 535 districts, they are unable to be at every district conference. So I have been honored that they sent me here to represent them and bring their message of goodwill and world understanding. On the onset, allow me to thank Governor B.F. K, as I've chosen to call him, Governor K. F.K.B., as I've baptized him. You see, your governor and my governor, Ken, is very authentic. From the time I was appointed, he reached out first, actually, before I reached out to him. And we have been in touch ever since I landed here. And my wife and I, we seem to have been here for like 10 days instead of 3 days. We have been to every place, including the warm and hot warm springs of Ekiti State. Yeah, you know, we have eaten, we have drunk, we have seen Ondo State in many ways. Thank you very much, my governor. And I want to thank you for being authentic. What you see is what you get. And that's very, very important for leaders. Not to be fake, but to be original and authentic. The theme of the RI president, Francesco Azero, is Unite for Good. And you adapted it naturally and even included collaboration for impact. Why should we unite for good? I want to thank this district. You have united for good to grow Rotary. Growing Rotary is our #1 internal focus as an organization. Internally, our #1 focus as Rotary is to increase the numbers, expanding our reach, the second part of our action plan. Grow Rotary so that we can do more and create lasting solutions as Rotarians and collaborating with others. And I want to celebrate you here, Governor and Rotarians of this district. A young district, 2 years. We have seen growth. We have a net growth today of almost 100 new members, 5 new Rotary clubs. We need to celebrate that. We need to celebrate that. We united for good so that we can ensure we engage the number one external focus for Rotary, elimination of polio. Nigeria was the last country on the African continent to kick polio off the continent. And I celebrate you. 16 years later, there is no polio on this continent, courtesy of your last kick. And you have continued to support this number one focus with surveillance, with booster immunizations, with more money. Your foundation and my foundation has put almost $500 million in Nigeria to fight the polio virus. Those of us who are over 50 have scars on our shoulders showing the immunization of this virus. For those of you who are younger, you can't appreciate what our forefathers did 41 years ago to start the global coalition for polio eradication, because children are getting paralyzed. But today we celebrate you. We united for good, and over 3 million children, 3 billion children have been immunized, and over $2.1 billion has been spent towards our number one cause. So I celebrate you, because when we come to the conference here, we come to the conference to do 3 things. We unite for good to do 3 things at the DISCON. Number 1, we celebrate the achievements of the year. And our governor has been very empirical. He never showed you the numbers, but I saw the growth of membership. Today, we are about a plus of 90. We have 90 more new hands, or 180 more new hands to serve in this district. Over 80 new members net have been added to the district. We celebrate that achievement. We celebrate the achievement that this district, young as it is, looking at last Rotary year and this year, you are almost doubling the giving to the foundation. You gave $64,000 the year before. You are over $110,000 this year. But I'm touched, Governor. You are pushing for an all-club giving district. This is something I take away. You are pushing for an all, not only clubs giving, but Rotarians giving everyone in the district. I want you to support your governor in this cause. We cannot afford a $20 for polio. We can, as Rotarians, we can support him on this journey, because this is very unique and more sustainable. If every Rotarian puts in a shilling, a naira, a dollar to the foundation, then that's more sustainable. And I want to congratulate you, Governor, and you still have a month and a bit to push. The 5 new clubs, at least tell their presidents, their charter presidents, to come to be counted and put in $100 every year, so that we get 100% giving by all clubs in this district. That is unique, and I congratulate you. So we'll celebrate that. I know you are big on polio. I know you have done projects. We'll celebrate that. That's why we are here. Number 1, celebrate the achievements of the district. Number 2 is to learn and grow as Rotarians. To learn and grow as Rotarians, you will hear from speakers, you will hear from friends what they have done, and we shall learn and grow as Rotarians, because personal growth is important to grow the clubs and to grow Rotary. But third and another important aspect is to renew friendship, because Rotary started on friendship. whenever we come to the conference, we rediscover, reignite, and renew our friendship with the old. Obafunso, I'm happy to see you. You know, we need to talk. You need to come to Kampala for the Zone Institute. We renew our friendship. Because through friendship, collaboration, we unite for good. But also, we get new friends and extend our network of service, of friendship, and of professionalism. So, I saw this last night at the fish night. People were eating fish, we are happy, we are bubbly, we are dancing. Now that is growing acquaintance, rekindling acquaintance, and that's a big thing when it comes to uniting for good, to serve, and ensure that we have a lasting solution. So this morning, because I'll be speaking to you again, twice maybe, allow me end with these remarks. I want you to be bold on the opportunities to engage young people in your district. Engage the road tractors in your district. I've seen Rotary Club of Nigeria New Generation. I hope it is made up of road tractors. I speak to you because road tractors are not the Rotarians of tomorrow. They are Rotarians of today. I speak to you as the first governor who was a pastoral tractor in my district. I speak to you because the Rotary International President-elect, Hassan Oloyinka Babarola, was a pastoral tractor. So I want to call upon you to have a bold engagement with this generation. 2, let us broaden our horizon. Membership will grow, and you have grown by about 100 members, Governor. Governor-elect, Governor nominee, past governors. In our region of Rotary of Uganda and Kenya, we have started a new way of doing Rotary. We are going to big corporations and starting Rotary clubs. Banks, welcome our keynote speaker. You're most welcome, sir. We have started clubs in banks, in manufacturing companies, in all, people who said we don't have enough time to come and meet. We are taking Rotary to them. I would want you to broaden your vision when it comes to Rotary extension. You can meet the potential Rotarians in their comfort. And we can talk about this more. Let us broaden our view. We all know, as I end, we all know that everything in Rotary happens in the Rotary Club. Everything in Rotary happens in the Rotary Club. Whether I'm a reaper, whether the RA president Azero has to belong to Rotary Club. When we have the action plan of Rotary International, we grow members, we are giving the foundation, it happens in the Rotary Club. Not at the zone, not at the district, not at Rotary International. Everything happens at a Rotary Club. So a Rotary Club is a very strong unit and the main unit of Rotary. But Rotary clubs are not built by members of Rotary clubs. Rotary clubs are built by Rotarians in Rotary Club. There is a difference between a member in Rotary Club of Akure and a Rotarian in Rotary Club of Akure. They are two different people. We have many people who have paid dues and come to club meetings. Those are members of Rotary Club. But Rotarian is not Rotary Club, must care, must do projects, must support the foundation, must bring in new members. So I invite you at the end, don't be only members in your Rotary Club by paying dues and come to club meetings. I would like you to be Rotarians in these Rotary clubs by taking on the responsibilities of Rotarian, bringing in new members, supporting the foundation, undertaking community assessment for projects, and the like. Because when we do that, we shall have bigger, better, and bolder Rotary clubs, and thus better districts of Rotary and Rotary International. Once again, let us celebrate the achievements of the year that are visible, but also let us embrace the possibilities and let us continue to unite for good. Eshe Guni. I give you Rotary International.
Our clap is not resounding enough. The RI President's representative has given us the address. I would like us to stand up and give him a resounding clap. His speech has been inspirational, spurring us to do more. It has been appreciative of what we've done. Members of District 9126, our heads should be swelling. We've gotten so much commendation, and that's commendation from the RI President. We thank you so much. You're welcome. And we also appreciate your beautiful spouse. Thank you so much for the commendation. And he also did something. He told us to meet him at the institute in Uganda. He's going to reciprocate, yes, our hosting. So we have a friend, we have a family. It's a familiar face now when we get to Uganda, right? Yes. Thank you very much. We have the guest speaker in our midst who will be giving the lecture for today. I would like to call on Superintendent Call Imode. I don't know if I got his name right. Sorry? Idema, my apologies. To please introduce our guest speaker. I'd like you to also introduce yourself. I don't think I did a good job.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here. My name is Superintendent of Corps Idame Daniel, the Public Relations Officer, the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, Ondo State Command. We have the heads of the agency here in Ondo State with us. I will just quickly do an outreach profile of the State Commandant. The State Commandant of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps is a seasoned security professional with over 22 decades of experience in internal security and peace building. He has served Nigeria with distinction at both operational and policy levels, including as a two-time technical advisor to 2 ministers of interior. He was technical advisor. Thank you very much. He was technical advisor to Ogbeni Rauf Aregbesola, and he was also technical advisor to the present Minister of Interior, Dr. Olubunmi Tunji-Ojo, between the year 2020 to 2024. He has trained across the world-class institutions such as the Kofi Annan International Peacekeeping Training Center in Ghana, the Institute of Diplomacy and Foreign Relations in Malaysia, and the Singapore Aviation Academy. Under his leadership, the NSCDC in Ondo State has recorded significant breakthroughs in combating oil theft, safeguarding critical national assets, and strengthening community trust. And through intelligence-driven operations and grassroots engagement, his effort has not only reduced crime, but has also repositioned the Corps as a credible and people-centered security agency. The State Commandant is an author, is a recipient of several national and international recognitions, including the 2025 Security Icon Award, and a member of professional bodies such as the ICES, the International Foundation for Protection Officers, and the Society for Peace Studies and Practice. Above all, he is a reform-driven leader, a passionate about building safer community and advancing peace across Nigeria. The state commandant has transformed from a prince with a vision into one of the African most respected security and peace-building professionals. His journey represents the perfect fusion of intellectual brilliance, operational excellence, and unwavering commitment to human security. Join me as I present to us Commandant Oluyemi Joshua Ibiloye, the State Commandant, the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, Ondo State Command. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, all. I had actually thought the previous speaker is from Kenya. I was actually going to roast him if he had answered in the affirmative, because the Kenyan president said we don't speak good English. So, and that was why I asked him. I said, are you from Kenya? He said, no, he's from Uganda. I'll spare you today, and we'll come back to that later. Indeed, it's a pleasure to be here. I must say I was actually ambushed, and as a security operative who has lived a regimented life all my life, because my dad joined the army the year I was born, I always move about with my anti-ambush drill. And so I'm here this afternoon, and like I said, it's indeed a pleasure. His Excellency, Dr. Olusegun Mimiko, the former governor of Ondo State, who I was reliably informed that is on his way here, the district governor, Batife Funke Akbuken, all past district governors, the district governor-elect, distinguished Rotarians, invited guests, members of the fourth extreme of the realm, our journalists here present, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I've been asked to speak on a topic that borders everyone, whether we like it or not. There are evolving security situations, not just in Nigeria, but globally. And over time, there are security issues that we never thought would be discussed here in this country. Several years ago, when you hear of a driver who drove himself into a cafe and blew himself up, I would just think that there's something wrong with this person. But unfortunately, we have some of those situations here with us now. As security operatives, we're doing our best. And I'm proud to stand here to tell you that relatively across the country, Ondo State still stands as one of the most peaceful and one of the safest. From my brief profile, you understand that I'm an humanitarian myself, because I'm, of course, in the field of peace and conflict resolution. And what we try to do is to bring succor to people, because when there's conflict, a lot of people will suffer. And I must appreciate what Rotary is doing across the world. And I want to say congratulations for this noble gathering. So I'll just read my speech, but at some point I'll stop to explain some things. I've been told I have 10 minutes, and I'm sure of that 10 minutes I must have spent 5. I will try not to be an African today, but I'll remain a Nigerian, not a Kenyan. No, let's leave the Ugandan for today. We're gathered at a time when security of nations is judged not only by how formidable their borders are, but by the safety of the systems that they keep that keeps their daily lives running. Talk about power lines, telecom masts, fuel depot, bridges, schools, hospitals, roads, water systems, financial networks, rail assets, digital infrastructure. And these have become the hidden skeleton of modern life. You discover that even in international war, some of these infrastructures have become targets by opponents. Of course, the Russians are targeting power installations, bridges and all that. That's just to weaken the strength of their opponent. Same thing is happening in the American-Iranian war as well. What they try to do is by the time you take these things away, life becomes very difficult for us. I beg your pardon, I'll be speaking on a topic, secured handshake, law enforcement, and community partnership in protecting critical infrastructure. I must say that security operatives are not spirits. We're human beings, husbands of wives, fathers of children, brothers, sisters, and we also have blood flowing in our veins. And so we cannot do it alone. And that's the reason why we depend on the well-meaning citizens of Ondo State to give us credible information or credible intelligence for which we can work with. We must be partners in progress to ensure that we're able to protect you. There's no crime that takes place, whether in Ondo State or anywhere else, without the connivance of somebody who is resident around that area. In other climes, when you see strange faces or you see strange vehicles parked, around your area, the first thing you do is you call the security operative to say, we've seen somebody we're not familiar with around this area. And then the security agencies, they respond and they, of course, ask questions to be sure that the presence of that person is not going to break down law and order around that area. Now, by the secured handshake, we mean a structured, mutually beneficial alliance between the public sector and the private sector. The private sector include, of course, the Rotary Club is also a part of the private sector, and other organized private sector actors contributing technology, training, equipment, logistics, expertise, advocacy, and social reach. The public sector, especially the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, and of course other security agencies, contributing manpower, intelligence, enforcement, operational presence, and coordination. The goal is simple: to protect critical national assets and infrastructure so that society, commerce, and governance can function without avoidable disruption. This idea is firmly consistent with Nigerians' new national security thinking. The National Security Strategy document of 2019 recognizes collaboration among government stakeholders, and the private sector as part of the architecture of national security. In the cybersecurity components of Nigerian strategy, the document explicitly identifies public-private sector partnership and stakeholders' collaborations as key approaches to national security engagements. The policy environment, therefore, already points us toward partnership for enhanced national security, not isolation. The Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps mandates places the Corps at the center of this responsibility. Now, the NSCDC is actually, by NSCDC I mean Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, is the lead agency when it comes to the protection of critical national assets and infrastructure. And we do this alongside other security agencies with very serious reliance on the public because, like I said earlier on, we cannot be everywhere. And these critical national assets and infrastructure are actually put in place to make life seamless for you And for me, I was speaking somewhere yesterday and I told them that our children go to the same schools. We fly on the same road. We fly the same aircraft. And so we are like you. And so we want sanity in most of these sectors. So the Corps has a mission to deploy strategies that will improve national security using advanced technology and well-trained manpower for the protection of the civil populace and to avert vandalism of critical national assets and infrastructure. This is not a side function. That is the core of the existence of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps as enshrined in the Establishment Act and the Amendment Act and the National Security Strategy documents. What then are critical national assets and infrastructure? According to various literature, critical national assets and infrastructure are those systems whose reliability, performance, continuous operation, safety, maintenance, and protection are national priorities. If a bridge collapses, you see that government will quickly move to sites to ensure that that bridge is quickly fixed because it connects two cities. And the bridge not being there itself, it's a form of insecurity or can lead to a form of insecurity. When then are critical national assets and infrastructure? Why does this matter so much? Because the consequences of failure of this infrastructure cascades. A damaged transmission line can shut down neighborhoods, hospitals, businesses, and digital services. Of course, if a transformer that powers Ijapo, for example, has been vandalized, the whole place is thrown into darkness. Hospitals within Ijapo would have to either rely on solar or generators. Without that, of course, they won't be able to function. And there have been stories of doctors being in the theater when power is cut. And this, to a large extent, puts the life of the patient in danger. So a cyber attack on a critical information infrastructure can eat finance, telecoms, oil and gas, education, and public service at the same time. Attacks on critical information resources damage the wider national resources as well as the economy. The critical infrastructures are vital for the survival of the nation's economy and national security. Therefore, the protection of critical national assets is not a narrow policing issue. It's not a narrow policing issue. It is a subject that borders on national security, on economic security, and on social security and stability as well. On May 9th, 2023, during the validation workshop for the drafts of the Critical National Asset and Infrastructure National Protection Policy and Strategy held in Abuja, the then National Security Advisor, Major General Babagana Mungunu, retired, who was represented by Major General Abubakar Dalulu, stated that the survival and security of every nation and the quality of life of its citizens largely depends on the functionality of its critical national assets and infrastructure. Yes, we know we have some assets that are in deplorable shape, but I think to a large extent we must give it to the current administration. Quite a number of roads are being constructed, and from the north to the east, to the south, and to the west. You're welcome, Your Excellency. Thank you very much, sir. The economic case is equally strong. When public infrastructure is damaged, business continuity suffers, and most of the cost of doing business rises. Literature on the protection of critical national assets and infrastructure argues that limited public funding makes it necessary for government to partner with the private sector to protect critical infrastructure. Just like we said, there are evolving security situations in the country, and there's little that the security agencies can do without you giving us information. We've been able to resolve some issues in some areas. There were constant attacks somewhere in Ijapo. And of course, we met, and I'm sure that in the last couple of weeks, there's not been any attack in Ijapo because our presence have been made known. We actually put some strategies in place. We also have our informants there who constantly informs us when there are issues in that area. And to a large extent, we keep doing this. When it comes to infrastructure that makes life easy for everybody, protection of power lines, telecom, and telecom installations and the likes. There are quite a number of road constructions in Ondo State. And I think the problem we're having now is not vandalization by criminals. It is the telecoms company complaining that the Ministry of Works, both at the state and federal level, are actually digging up their optic fiber cables, thereby disrupting telecommunication services. And of course, we've been able to kind of really bring these two together to see how we're able to kind of really deal with some of the issues that have been raised. So this is where the secured handshake becomes operational. Rotary Club and other organized private sector actors can support not just the NSCDC, but all security agencies in ways that are practical, visible, and sustainable. I must give it to Rotary Club. I know quite a number of things you're doing. Humanitarian services, training, and I think I've been able to benefit from one of those trainings. First, technological. Now I want to look at the things that we think we can do in our partnership. First is technology. Modern protection depends on data, visibility, and fast communication. Private partners can support in the installation of CCTV cameras, drone surveillance, incident reporting platforms, GIS mapping, secure radios, sensor networks, access control system, cyber awareness tools, effective protection of critical national assets, and infrastructural programs increasingly emphasizes data-driven technology-enabled approaches. According to a framework paper authored by Destiny Young in July 2025 on protecting critical national assets in Nigeria, published in the International Journal of Research and Innovation in Social Sciences, he recommends threat intelligence, incident response, and continuous monitoring as part of a tailored approach for effective protection of our critical national assets and infrastructure. I know the Rotary Club has quite a number of youthful population. And there was a recently planned protest, I think heading bad governance. And of course, we're moving from kinetic method to non-kinetic method in dealing with most of the security issues we had. And then we spoke to some youths, and of course, they actually bought into the idea that whatever the issues are, let us sit down and talk about them. And they drew my attention to what the former and late governor of Ondo State, Governor Akure, told them during the NSAS riots. He told them that he does not have budget to replace things that have been done. And so, infrastructures that were burnt down during that period, up until now, has not been replaced because he said he was not going to replace it. And so the community, they've come together to see how they can replace some of this infrastructure that has been damaged during the NSAS protest. The second thing we need to look at is training. No security architecture can outperform the competence of its people. Private sector partners can fund or co-deliver training on asset admin, emergency response, first aid, firefighting, cyber hygiene, incident command, intelligence protection sharing, as well as crisis communication. This aligns with the NSC's own emphasis on advanced technology and well-trained manpower. KBC, you're welcome. Now, like I said when I started my presentation, there are evolving security challenges. Nobody knew at the time people would be kidnapped for ransom in Nigeria. But some of these issues are here with us. And so you see that our training for security agencies, of course, we have to move from what it used to be to the evolving security challenges we have. In those days, when it's war, whether local or international, there's always a militarized zone where people come together. It's my army against your army. It's my weapon and equipment against whatever you have. But of course, missiles can be sent from here to countries that are, of course, far away from this place. All this involves training and tactical maneuvering to be able to deliver this. And of course, you see what is happening at the Strait of Hormuz. Things are changing. Wars that some superpowers will assume will take a week is now taking longer. And so the training, the pattern of training is also changing. Nobody has it all, and then everybody has a joker. And that's exactly what we're seeing now. That's the reason why that handshake must take place for us to be able to secure our environment. The third is equipment. One of the most concrete findings in various evidence-based research in this regard is that security agencies often lack the operational tools they need. In another research paper titled Oil Pipeline Protection in the Niger Delta, exploring the role of private security partners, published in August 2025, issue of the International Journal of Research and Innovation in Social Sciences, the author asserts that key needs for pipeline protection include communication gadgets, firefighting equipment, operational vehicles, surveillance technology. The paper concludes that while private partners cannot replace the state's responsibility, they can bridge critical gaps faster than traditional bureaucracy allows. I must confess that the Ondo State government has actually tried in this area. While we request for more support from the state government, I assumed office here on the 9th of January 2024, and between that time and now, we've received about 7 operational vehicles from the state government. And the governor has promised that he will keep doing this yearly so as to help, boost the equipment deployed by the security agencies. Beyond partnering with the state government, we also, of course, call on organizations like Rotary to also join us. My PRO is signaling to me to stop. Should I stop? Okay, I should round up. Sorry, I think from my profile, it was also mentioned that I teach as well. And, okay, so I'll just abridge and then find a way to round up because I'm sure you'll be waiting to take His Excellency. Fourth is the public awareness and community trust. Rotary Club is especially valuable here because it works through service credibility and local networks. The fifth is the maintenance and continuity. Too many partnerships fail because support and donations are one-off. A camera that is not maintained, a vehicle that is not serviced, a radio system that nobody can sustain. If you have vehicles, personal vehicles, and they're not properly maintained, of course, with time they break down. And so there's a need for us to have that. And that's why in researches you talk about monitoring and evaluation after your research work. A secured handshake must therefore include maintenance, refresher training, accountability, and reviews of meetings. 6 is a coordination. This is very important in order to close up gaps and avoid institutional rivalry as poor coordination weakens infrastructural protection. I must confess to you here, as far as Ondo State is concerned, and I learned this started during the tenure of His Excellency Governor Mimiko, that there's a robust synergy among security agencies in Ondo State. So the issue of rivalry has never existed. I don't know whether the heads of agencies in the state are carefully selected because we've worked in close collaboration to end every form of insecurity that exists. There's also a cyber dimension that can no longer be ignored. Nigeria's critical net are increasingly digital, and critical information infrastructure is now part of the same protection conversation. The National Cybersecurity Policy and Strategy 2021 document says cyberspace transforms the economy and security posture, but also creates risk to national security and the national economy. Therefore, what should be our immediate steps towards fostering this state-level partnership program? I would recommend 5 immediate steps. First is create a state critical national assets and infrastructure partnership desk. And of course, this was done a couple of months ago in my command, where we had State Ministry of Works, the Federal Ministry of Works, telecom companies, and all stakeholders, where we met, and then we set up the committee to help look at how most of this infrastructure are being protected, and of course have the handshake with also the society where we provide the services for. Second is to establish critical assets register in the state, identify priority infrastructure, likely threats, ownership structure. This, of course, has also been done. Third, we look forward to getting the buy-in of private partners such as the Rotary Club. I know what you guys are doing, telecom operators, financial institutions, industrial firms, transport associations, etc. Number 4 is to run quarterly joint exercising, including site visits, tabletop drills, and crisis simulations. 5th is to define measurable outcomes. This can include, I always love to set timelines when I'm carrying out tasks. Few vandalism incidents, faster responses, and all that. Of course, you also look at your response time. The moral language here matters too. A secure handshake is not charity, it is not optics, it's a national survival strategy. It tells businesses that when they protect infrastructure, they protect their own investment. It tells communities that security is a shared civic responsibility. It tells the state that partnership can multiply capabilities without compromising the mandate. And it tells the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps and other security agencies that our work is most effective when it is supported by everyone who benefits from our secured environment. Let me end this. Critical national assets and infrastructure are the arteries of Nigerian states. If they are healthy, the nation breathes well, moves and grows well. If they are attacked, the nation bleeds. The NSCDC and other security agencies stands in the gap, but it cannot stand alone. The private sector, including Rotary and other organized private sector actors, has a pivotal role to play in the protection of critical national assets and infrastructure. When these two sides join hands in a secured handshake, the result is not just cooperation, it is resilience, continuity, confidence, and national strength. Thank you indeed for your rapt attention.
Please, another round of applause for him. Thank you so much, sir. You can understand when you see a man that knows what he's talking about and a man that also has good exposure, because when he was signaled to that time was running out, he adjusted to it. There are people you will tell that time is running out and they get angry or they are flustered. He still ended it on a very, very good note. Thank you so much, sir. Sir, we still require you to please come up to the podium as our district governor will be presenting something to you. But before that, while he was speaking, of course, he mentioned it, we had somebody walking who is one of the important people that we're looking forward to seeing here today. And that person is no other than a past governor of this wonderful state of mine. Let me claim the state openly because people think I'm from elsewhere, of Ondo State. And that is His Excellency, Dr. Olusegun Rahman Mimiko. He will still be introduced later, but please let's make welcome His Excellency, past governor of this state. They call him Iroko. Yes. While the commandant was here also talking, we had somebody else, one of our royal fathers, who came in, and that is His Royal Majesty Oba Bankole Adeyefa II, the Elemure of Emoreile Kabiesi. You are welcome, sir. So we'll bring up the commandant now with the district governor for the presentation, and then we move on to the next item on our program. Thank you. My district governor, please come up, sir.
Sorry. His Excellency, Dr. Olusegun Mimiko, thank you for coming. We appreciate you so well. We'll talk more on the governor's when he's coming to talk, and when we'll be giving appreciation, a plaque for appreciation. Well, what I just did just now is, while the guest speaker was talking, he talked about the fact that he was being ambushed. So I got frightened because the club said I should induct him. But I never wanted to induct him into the family if he's not convinced. That was what I did just now, to ask him whether he's being convinced to join or he's being ambushed to join. You are convinced. He said he's convinced. The man that came to represent the Rotary International president is a serving minister. So when we are moving just now, Minister for Finance for that matter, when we are moving just now, you see us as if we are mates. That is what we do in Rotary. So we are afraid when someone says, I'm being ambushed, so we may not be able to approach the person. And the need for that question, thank you for saying that you were not ambushed, but you voluntarily joined. It is on this note that we will induct you into the family of Rotary before we present to you our token for your time. This pin is the only universal pin that has been worn for 221 years and still rolling. The AIG, the former minister, commissioner of Kogi State, later of late, Federal Capital Territory, Miller. His name is Miller. For us, he is a Rotarian. He wears his pin on his uniform. And I asked him, I said, uniform men don't like it. He said, I was given this opportunity to wear my own pin while I was talking with the then Umba, he said, Umba saw me, and from my character, he said, what? Can I meet you? And I told him, I am a Rotarian. He said, wear your pin anywhere you go. So if you see him on uniform, you see him with this pin. How special this pin can be. It is on this note that we will decorate you, induct you into the family, but then we have 7 states we cover. I am a governor without siren. A governor of multiple states. Is governor of 7 states, yes, no security. Perhaps you will give me one. Thank you so well. It's on this note that I will first and foremost induct you into the family, and day after, I will induct you again into the district. Thank you so well. This can be given, the way you put it where? Where? It's strong. It's strong. Yeah, I don't want to waste your time. It's not his job. It's for Rotary International. You can wear this one to anywhere. But our district has this that we give to some people that contributes to us. But for today, I'll give it to you for Bonanza, while your club will tell you what to do with this pin. It covers our 7 states of Ondo, Ekiti, Osun, Oyo, Kogi, Niger, Kwara, and it will enter. They say we should raise our head. Thank you so well. Because when I live here, His Excellency Dr. Olusegun Mimiko will be the person that will come and talk, 1. 2, before he came, you mentioned his name. It's like he has so special interest in His Excellency. He talked about you, while delivering his speech, he talked about you about 4 or 5 times. I'll call onto the podium for you to present this flag as a means of appreciating him. Toyin Ronshel. This is just to appreciate him for the time he has given out.
Thank you, please. A round of applause for our DG. As we're moving on gradually in the order of our program today, please permit me to do proper recognition. When I introduced our royal father, I just introduced him as a royal father. And he said he wasn't satisfied with that introduction because I did not introduce him as a Rotarian and past president of Rotary Club of Owo Metro. My apologies. Kabiesi, Rotarian Bankole Adeyefa II. Thank you so much. Because our time is fast spent, we'll be moving on quickly. And now we have our keynote speaker who is here seated. And I will call on PAG, that's Past Assistant Governor Razak Soliu, to please come and introduce His Excellency so that he will give his keynote address.
Thank you very much, sir. The District Governor. District Governor, sir. District Governor, sir. I want to bring up His Excellency one more time, so can you please, Your Excellency, sir, can you please come up here? Please, let's appreciate him. His Excellency, Dr.
Let's take a listen.
Join us as a welcome Dr. Olusegun Mimiko, a former governor of Ondo State. In the year 2009 through 2017, he is a medical practitioner who has had practice experience both at the public and private sectors. Dr. Mimiko was twice Commissioner for Health and later Secretary to Government in his home state of Ondo and Federal Ministry of Housing and Urban Development before contesting to be governor in 2007. Born on October the 3rd, 1954, he is an alumnus of the University of Ife, now Obafemi Awolowo University, where he graduated with a BSc Health Sciences in 1976 and a Bachelor of Medicine, Bachelor of Surgery, MB, CHB in 1980. In 2024, had a master's degree MSc in Health Law and Policy from the University of Medical Sciences, Ondo. Professionally, he had his internship at General Hospital, Ado-Ekiti in 1981, before proceeding for his NYC at the Naval College, One. He later practiced in public hospitals in Ado-Ekiti, Ondo, and in private hospitals in Lagos between 1982 and 1985 until he set up his private practice, Mona Mediclinic in Ondo Town. His interest in politics dates back in his university days in Ife, where he was at various times member of the Student Representative Council Chairman, Student Representative Council, the PRO of the International Student Association. He was also at some time after his university education youth leader UPN at his local government of Ondo and the PRO of the same party in his local government of Ondo. His political career culminated in his election as the governor of Ondo State under the Labour Party, first in the country in 2009. As governor, Dr. Mimiko put in place a bouquet of programs that define clearly social democratic ideological commitment. These covered all the critical sectors of life: education, health, infrastructure, urban renewal, agriculture, job creation, women and youth development. Some notable examples are the world-famous Abiye Model Program, Kadi Biayo, a smart e-governance tool, 3R Initiative, a bottom-up participatory governance program, inclusive urban renewal program, among others. His administration gave birth to the first full-fledged University of Medical Sciences in Nigeria and indeed in West Africa. Such was the success of the programs executed by his administration that they all garnered before Dr. Mimiko left office accolades from relevant international agencies like the Center for Strategic and International Studies, CSIS, Washington, DC, Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, World Bank, UN Habitat, amongst others. Such was the success of the programs executed by his administration that they all garnered before Dr. Mimiko left office accolades from relevant international agencies like the Center for Strategic. He has since leaving office as governor delivered lectures, keynote speeches as resource person on public health in Nigeria and abroad. These include the Chatham House in UK, the Center for Strategic and International Studies, CSIS, in Washington, the Nigerian Institute of Policy and Strategic Studies, NIPPS, Kuru, UK Academy of Medical Sciences, West Africa Health Organization, WHO. He has given 2 convocation lectures, Uniben 50th Anniversary Convocation Lecture in 2024, and the maiden convocation lecture of Confluence University of Science and Technology in Kogi State in 2025. Dr. Mimiko was the chairman at the investiture of Rotarian Henry Akinyele as district governor last year. He is also a Paul Harris Fellow, other than medical practice at Muna Clinic in Ondo City. He is also a farmer in his Iroko farms. He is married to Olukemi, a French language graduate of the University of Ife, and they are blessed with 4 children and 3 grandchildren. Ladies and gentlemen, join me as I welcome Dr. Olusegun Mimiko, a former executive governor of Ondo State. Let's take a listen. Join us.
Good afternoon. Let me pay my respect to the governor of many states. I had the privilege of being governor of one state, but this governor of 7 states. So I salute, sir. Let me also greet Kabiesi, the state commandant. The state commandant and other invited guests, Rotarians, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It's only appropriate for me to start by apologizing that I came in late for this event. When I gave my commitment, I did not know that today will be celebrating the funeral ceremonies of Chief Lisa, who is the Prime Minister of Ondo Kingdom. So I had to dash in from the church, give my address only to dash back. So, Mr. Governor, ladies and gentlemen, pardon me for coming late, and also pardon me in advance that I will not be able to wait for the rest of the program. I was asked to talk about, to give a keynote address on anything, virtually, or within the theme of unity, as it were. I just thought about it. What can I talk about in 20, 25 minutes that will make some sense and that will be relevant to the theme of this outing? I chose to talk about philanthropy and poverty. I just say philanthropy and poverty, just a cursory look, because you can really not do justice to that in 25 minutes. Let me start by quoting what Nelson Mandela said in London in 2005. Quote, "Massive poverty and obscene inequality are such terrible scourges of our times, times in which the world boasts breathtaking advances in science, technology, industry, and wealth accumulation, that they have to rank alongside, that is, poverty and equality have to rank alongside slavery and apartheid as social levels." That was Mandela's characterization in London, in the London speech in 2005. I decided to choose this topic, philanthropism, because I know that Rotary, at least Rotary Foundation since 1917 or so, had done a lot in the field of philanthropy, both nationally and internationally. And I think it was appropriate to position philanthropy and poverty to see the interconnectedness, if there is any, and moving forward, how can we create the synergy that we address poverty in our land. Like I said, one of the pervading existential factors in the world today is poverty. 846 million people globally live in extreme poverty. That's according to World Bank figures of $3 per day that's World Bank. And 75% of those who are poor today reside in sub-Saharan Africa. Multinational poverty, 1.5 billion out of 6.39 billion in 109 countries live in acute multi-dimensional poverty, which means that they lack access to basic education, healthcare, sanitation, and electricity. In Nigeria, according to the MBSC, the Nigerian Bureau of Statistics in 2022, doing a study of multi-dimensional poverty in Nigeria. And it came out with the figure of 63%. That is, 133 million Nigerians are multi-dimensionally poor. That was at 2022. They've not updated that figure. But I guess that that figure may be higher in light of the prevailing economic circumstance today. Like I said, there is not enough time to do real justice to this topic, but my hope is that at the end of this 20-minute talk, I will have been able to stimulate your consciousness so that the discussion will go beyond this hall. In terms of the depth of poverty and inequality in our land and what ameliorative or abolitionist steps that we need to take as a people so that our people can live like God intended them to live. Let me just define poverty briefly. Poverty is the state of lacking sufficient income, resources, access to basic necessities, food, clean water, shelter, and health care, needed for a minimum standard of living. There are many categorizations, relative, absolute, and all of that. Or you can say poverty is the condition of lacking sufficient income or resources. That's according to Investopedia. But an economist, a Nobel laureate, Amartya Sen, defines poverty not merely as low income, but as a multi-dimensional capability failure. The deprivation of basic freedoms and opportunities to achieve essential dreams and beings, such as health, education, and social participation. It focuses on lack of ability to realize one's potential. It's not just about money. So you can define poverty in relation to income. You can define in relation to limited freedom. You can define it in relation to limited choices. Because poverty itself is a limitation of choices. If you only have just about what can feed you for a day, your choices are constrained. If you have just enough money to soak gari and groundnut, you can't be thinking of bushmeat and snail and all of that. If you have just enough money to take you to Abuja, in spite of the kidnapping and security challenges, if you just have enough money for public transportation, you will not be thinking of other choices. So poverty itself is limitation of choices, limitation of capability. Now, what are the causes, drivers, and manifestations? And let me say the causes are systemic, non-systemic, they are local, they are international. Within our own context, when we look at our history, it's contributed to the mass poverty in our land. We are perhaps the only human beings in history that were commodified and sold. Saying this with all sense of responsibility. The fact that you are a black has his own poverty content to it in relation to other ethnic nationalities. The fact that a woman has its own poverty. And the fact that you are African also has its own poverty component. So that is why we say the black woman is a victim of triple jeopardy. Invariably, all of this culminating to great poverty. So gender, ethnicity, skills, health, these are causes. They are drivers and also they are manifestations of poverty. But let me now contextualize within Nigeria so we know what we are talking about. I'm talking about manifestations of poverty that's with us. Some of them are recognizable, some of them are not recognizable. Let's all of us start about healthcare. And I just give you some data. Do you know that 40% of Nigerian children under 40 are stunted? 40% of Nigerian children under 40 are stunted. And stunting compromises your life chances because it compromises your mental capacity. 40% of our children are stunted, and that's a fact you must know. Because later we'll talk about what are the remedies. Nutrition is very important for the young ones to attack poverty at the root. Do you know that anybody in this hall, please, if you are above 54, grant me the indulgence of raising up your hand, above 54. If you are above 54, you are already cheating the system. Because the life expectancy in Nigeria today is 54. We have the lowest, according to the World Bank figures, we have the lowest life expectancy in the whole world. That is, the chances that we die early is highest in Nigeria. Again, what other index of poverty do you need? 993 of our pregnant women marked against 100 live births die in pregnancy-related causes. That's what we call maternal mortality ratio. 993. It will interest you. It will interest you that Nigeria, as of 2025, Nigeria has the highest global maternal mortality rate in the whole world. That is, the chances that a woman will die in pregnancy is highest in Nigeria. And I can tell you that 93% of these causes are very preventable, easily preventable. But these are indices of poverty in our midst that we live with on a daily basis. I can go on and on in terms of infant mortality, under 5 mortality, and all of that. But these are indices that there is pervading poverty in our land, no matter how much we try to deny this. Now let's look at education. I just take 2 indices. There are so many of them. According to UNICEF, 18.3 million of our children are out of school. And when you live, because we are 230 million, we may not appreciate the quantum, 18.3 million. I looked at the population of countries. I found out that 18.3 million, that population is higher than population of 160 countries individually. 160 countries, including the Scandinavian countries, including Rwanda. The number of our children out of school is higher than the population of 160 countries taken individually, so that you can know all of this. Now, the other indices are there are many indices to convince you that we live in poverty. Now, this will interest you. The population of Sub-Saharan Africa, relative to global population, Sub-Saharan Africa population is 18.6. Okay. Patent is an index, it's a reflection of intellectual work going on in a particular entity, country or so. Whereas Sub-Saharan Africa has a population of 18.6%. The total percentage of patent that has emanated from Sub-Saharan Africa is, very unfortunately, 0.1%. So of all global patents, whereas our population is 18.6, we only have 0.1% of global patents. I can go on and on. These are manifestations of poverty. The choices, I talked about it. Dignity. Dignity. If a woman gave birth to a triplet in your country, gave birth to a triplet, And that woman got detained before she could not afford 3 million naira and died in the hospital while waiting. What other breach of human dignity do you want to talk about? What other index that you live in mass poverty as a nation do we need to point at? So these are statistics to convince you that there's mass poverty in this land. Even our demographic statistic data shows that we are poor people. And I give you some data, and it's interesting. Yes, we have this army of young people. We are one of the youngest, we are the youngest continent globally. And we are very young in Nigeria. But our procreative proclivity is just incredible. UK, in 1960, UK population was higher than that of Nigeria. I think UK was about 60-something million, we're about 54 million in 1960. Now UK is about 75 million. We are 230 million. I will give you contextually when we talk about population. Yeah, even at domestic level, if you produce from your farm 20 yams annually, and that is what you have for domestic consumption, and without increasing your domestic consumption, you move from 2 children to 20 children. The result of the poverty is self-evident. Abi? Am I talking? Oh, okay. So even our demographic configuration is a reflection of the driver of poverty itself. We can go on and on. I keep telling people, I grew up in this land. When I was growing up in my Ondo town, there was no Okada. It wasn't known. There was taxi for every corner in Ondo. You go anywhere in taxi. There's no Okada. And I also remember that those days, when you go to the hospital, when somebody is about to give birth, no matter the level of economic well-being, I don't know, to shield something, they would go and take the baby, cover the head, put it delicately in a car or in a taxi and take home. Today, a day-old child that is just discharged from hospital is the number 5 passenger on an Okada going home. So those are daily manifestations of poverty that has become normal. But this poverty, it's unthinkable that a day-old child will be the 5th passenger on the Okada. In fact, they will barely cover the head, and the Okada man will be like a magician, or doing all. Those are entrenched poverty things that we just take for granted. Because the fella talks about suffering and smiling. We live in poverty but not know. Look, when we were growing up, we didn't have sachets of anything. Every home could afford Milo, Big Ovaltine, everything. But now everything is in sachet. The sacheting of our commodity is a reflection of poverty in the land, whether you like it or not. Even now, if you go on the whole Leko, you now see people cut yam available on the traffic. Even the Gen Z, people are Gen Z, and that will be surprising to you. For me, that is out of this world, because when we were growing up, yam was never sold in traffic. You go to market and buy and put in your store and pantry. But now, one gay shooter, so those are features, because if you are not conscious of what we're talking about, you will not start to think actively about solutions and remedies. It's very important for me to just point all of these out. Whatever the figures do, you know that at least 8 out of 10 graduates in Nigeria today are not usefully engaged. So there is this mass unemployment. You also know that the Ijapo phenomenon is also a manifestation of poverty. I keep telling people, when we were growing up those days, those of our big uncles that were traveling abroad, when you see of them to the port or something, their parents will be saying, am I correct? Anybody had that experience? Father, I'll run your multi on show. But now, if you win the lottery, and people see you up to the airport, is that not it? It's happened within a generation. Don't come back, Ondo. Am I communicating? You see, all these are manifestations that we live with every day. People will now take the risk of going, in spite of all the information that they do harvest, organ harvesting in the Sahara Desert. People today still take the risks. They are on the Mediterranean in dingy boats. Those are manifestations of deepening and entrenched poverty in our land. I thought we should know this. Now, again, like I said, we can't do justice to all of this. But the first cousin of poverty itself is inequality. There are even siblings, either they are first cousins or they are brothers and sisters. Inequality. Inequality. Let me point out, and I will try and use figures to illustrate the interconnectedness between poverty and inequality. Let me give you some Oxfam figures. The combined wealth of the 5 wealthiest Nigerians. I think Oxfam, this figure, they are still quoting it in their 2026 publication, but I came across this figure, I think way back 2024. But the combined wealth of the 5 wealthiest Nigerians is about $30 billion. 5. Now, based on this aggregation of poverty and how to get people out of poverty, it's been calculated that combined wealth of 5 Nigerians is enough to abolish extreme poverty at the national level. You understand what we are talking about? It's worldwide again. Let's look at the world. Worldwide, the 10 richest people, the 10 richest human beings, the Bezos of this world, the 10 richest human beings are collectively worth more than the economies of the poorest 85 countries combined. The 10 richest individuals, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, their collective wealth is more than that of 85 countries combined. You start having an idea. In the late 19th century, when you talk of the robber barons, the Rockefeller, the Carnegie, Vanderbilt, J.P. Morgan, they call them, those people will twitch in their graves now if they see the level of insecurity that we have in this century. For me, I say this is an assault of whatever we call civilization. I would rather go back to the Stone Ages than to live in a world where 10 people can hold the whole of. The richest 1% have more wealth and income than 50% of the whole, everybody in the whole world. So there's no way that level of inequality is also related to level of poverty, if you know what I'm talking about. That will not allow us to elaborate on all of this, but suffice to say, inequality within a country is a major driver of poverty because it means that economic growth often disproportionately benefits the wealthy while the poor remain stagnant or fall far, far behind. As income inequality widens, it limits the ability of the poor to consume or save, making them more vulnerable to economic shocks. Food price increases, health crisis. Look, I'll give you an example so that you know that if you are asthmatic and you need an inhaler used to be 4,000 or so. Some people need 4 inhalers in a week. Now, the branded inhalers about 30-something thousand per one. So, and if you don't inhale it, it's as if you are being choked to death. So, for some people, poverty is a life experience, a living experience, not a tomorrow experience. I've talked about inequality within nations, but even between nations, inequality between nations creates a structural global hierarchy where developing nations are often stuck producing primary commodities with low profit margin, while developed nations control high-value technology and manufacturing. Inequality is not just a symptom of poverty, but it's a cause. It's a driver. Research indicates that as inequality increases, the capacity of economic growth to reduce poverty diminishes. Did you get that? The capacity of economic growth to reduce poverty diminishes if inequality increases. This is a phenomenon known as reducing the growth elasticity of poverty. Therefore, addressing poverty requires more than just growing the size of the pie. Just growing the size of the pie. Again, time cannot allow us to do justice to this. All the metrics of economic development, GDP, all those figures, a lot lie behind those figures. We must not just take those figures. For example, let me give an example. Do you know that if you are in a hold-up and you burn more gasoline because it's a hold-up, the GDP of that environment will be higher than that without hold-up? Do you know what I'm talking about? So we must interrogate some of these figures or some of these metrics, because some of these metrics are sold to us, are given to us. I think we must develop our metrics to measure our reality as a people. But again, don't let me go into details of that. I'm saying that growing the size of the pie requires restructuring the economy to ensure a more equitable distribution of wealth, resources, and power, both within and between nations. The more unequal a nation becomes, the more the asymmetry in power structure in that nation. And what that means, and we all live it. Today, if you want to be a senator, you want to be a governor, even to be a councillor, something must be in your pocket. Abi? Abi? So, the more unequal, the deeper poverty is, the less democracy we have. Whatever definition you want to use for democracy, unless we delude ourselves. Now, I can go on and on, but let me just talk about how does philanthropy come into all of this? By definition, what is philanthropy? It's an organization distributing or supported by funds set aside for humanitarian purposes. You are Rotarians, you know more about philanthropy than I do. Rotary International, Rotary Foundation is one of the long-standing, credible international philanthropic organizations. People, and the great thing about your own philanthropy is that people are contributing anonymously. Most Rotarian funds that go to the foundation is anonymous contribution by different. Abi, you know what I'm talking about? I think I've not seen a Batifair philanthropic primary school. But there are some people, some perhaps fellows, what they have contributed is enough even to name schools, to name this, to name things after them. And the great thing about Rotary is that it's aggregate contribution, anonymously. The true altruistic nature of man is what you demonstrate in Rotary. And I say this as a medical practitioner and somebody who's been in public health, that the present global status of near total eradication of polio, you know poliomyelitis, this debilitating disease that paralyzes not only limbs, it also paralyzes the future prospect of victims, is attributable to a large extent to Rotary's enduring efforts. And we must salute you for this. Again, I'm looking at the other side. Rotary is unlike the modern philanthropist, described by Peter Goodman. A guy just did a work called the Davos Man, how billionaires devour the whole world. He described that this set of philanthropists as they disdain tax. They disdain tax, but they are fine with handing over a little bit of their money, but on their own terms, through branded philanthropic gestures. You know, the way the world economy is structured is that what you give in philanthropy is tax deductible in many climes. So there's even there's a study by some people who criticize what they call philanthrocapitalism and say that, look, at the end of the day, they benchmark what the philanthropists are giving and the tax evasion and found out that there's not much difference. You know what I'm talking about? Now, I mentioned inequality earlier on, and I want you to listen to this, my district governor. The humongous volume of money controlled by individuals has astronomically increased, and that has also increased the quantum available for philanthropy. And this will interest you. I'm not taking anything away from Rotary, and I admire Rotary, and I've said it. Rotary represents the true altruistic nature of man. Rotary Foundation was founded in 1917. So by 2017, Rotary Foundation had been 100 years. In those 100 years, Rotary Foundation, in terms of the aggregate contribution to philanthropy, was about $3-point-something billion. But wait a minute. Bill Gates Foundation in 1 year, in 2014, contributed $3.9 billion. I'm not taking anything away from Bill Gates, but I'm just trying to illustrate this disparity, this inequality we are talking about. The quantum and the humongous amount of money that some individuals control in this so-called civilization. Rotary 100 years is about $3 billion. One man, the foundation of Bill Gates, in 1 year, $3.9 billion. So you can continue to contextualize and understand the depth of inequality in society and how it impacts philanthropy. Now, again, time will not allow me to analyze the merit and demerits of philanthrocapitalism and this humongous degree of capitalism. But the contemporary world of technological innovation, in a globalized ecosystem of international financial reward architecture, including our trade relations, intellectual property regimens, financial flow, both licit and illicit. In fact, there's a study that has proved that Africa, we are a net creditor to the world. What I mean is that what the international corporations, what they take out of Africa illicitly and illegitimately, it's much more than the so-called aids and philanthropy that comes into Africa. So, but that's the time will not allow me to go into it. But all of this combined to impact the humongous money available, merit and demerits of impact on global poverty level has been studied and debated. What is not in dispute? What is not in dispute is that increasing philanthropy, which even some have cynically dogged, some people have even called this type of philanthropy, not the Rotary philanthropy. They call it welfare colonialism. But one thing, all studies are pointing in one direction. It will not fundamentally address the systemic causes of poverty in our land. To remedy poverty, especially mass poverty, all actors in the whole spectrum of causes drivers must unite and act synergistically. Government, business, philanthropists, individuals must unite in a systematic whole of government, whole of society approach. I dare say that central to this, and this is my message this afternoon, central to all of these efforts, whatever, at philanthropic, at individual, at corporate, central to this is good governance. And this good governance must include the following. There must be competence, there must be accountability, there must be transparency, They must be engendering the type of economic growth that impacts mass poverty. That is, the ideology of government is also important. Market fundamentalism, neoliberalism, post-neoliberal triumphalism after the fall of Berlin Wall has demonstrated to us that the Bretton Woods paradigm of development has deepened poverty in our land. So we must look elsewhere in terms of government ideological driven. Again, these are deep things that I cannot have the time to talk about. But some have told them, when the prophets of the New World, neoliberalism order, predicted harmony, what we see today in Africa, Nigeria inclusive, are famine, conflict, wars, and progressive environmental collapse. So, what are we saying? Governance is central. Without taking anything away from the good work that Rotary is doing and from the other work that other philanthropists are doing, to address mass poverty, governance must be central. And it is very, very important. Very important. There was a time even the international philanthropic organizations thought that, look, to address poverty in Nigeria, to address poverty in Africa, don't let's deal with government. Let's deal with NGOs. They deal directly with the people. People have called it in development as NGOization of development. But all the analysis have shown that the best they have accomplished is get NGOs and get money into people's pocket. There is no alternative to good governance if we must address mass poverty. That's not taken away from philanthropy. And good governance in terms of accountability, transparency, and the right ideological trajectory that places people at the center of all government endeavors. Market has failed. It will continue to fail, especially if market becomes an ideology on its own. Market has proven since 1989, thereabout, poverty has deepened in our land. Inequality has deepened. Conflicts all over Africa. It's all related to our development trajectory, and perhaps it's time to change gear. Again, that will require another seminar of its own. But we also see signs of this progressive thing I'm talking about. Progressive taxation is absolutely important. Progressive taxation is about redistribution in society. Now, if you look at the new tax law and you study it without bias, you will see that it's a step in the right direction for a nation that wants to address poverty. And I think we should clap for the author of that something, because he's from Ondo State. Clap for that boy, that guy who did that thing. If you look at the context, the trajectory of that tax reforms, if it is well prosecuted, it is a progressive tax reform. So, tax is central, is central, is central, is central. Government must be Robin Hood of sorts. There is no nation that can develop without being Robin Hood. The Scandinavian, all this social security in Europe is a Robin Hood strategy. Take from the rich to take care of the not too rich. It's very important. Mass housing, democratize access to education and skills. It's very important. And again, I salute government because of NELFON. For me, NELFON is one critical program of this government that must be encouraged. They must encourage, they must expand it so that there will be access at least to tertiary education, no matter the socioeconomic circumstance. Mass opportunities, mass employment, food security, childhood nutrition, so that 40% of our children will not be compromised right from the beginning of life. Affordable mass transportation system. Look, in conclusion, let me conclude. And this is why I tag my paper a costly look, because all these issues are seminal issues on themselves. But I just want to sensitize you on these issues so that the debate can go outside of this hall. In conclusion, while we salute the altruism of philanthropic organizations like Rotary, there is need to emphasize that members, and the members are invariably the creme de la creme of society, Rotary members, must never lose sight of the primary responsibility of government and the role of government in tackling poverty, especially at the root causes. In this respect, I quote what Martin Luther Jr. says, and I'm quoting him. He said, philanthropy is commendable, but it must not cause the philanthropist to overlook the circumstances of economic injustice that make philanthropy necessary in the first instance. Or am I preaching to the converted? Because how else can one deconstruct the Rotary four-way test other than an affirmation of altruism, whole of society's sensibility to the common good? Thank you. God bless you. I'm sorry, I'm just pardon me for my ignorance. I beg that I should have recognized PDG Robert Wagawa Nsibirawa and his spouse, Rita Nayato Kisitu. I'm sorry. I refer to you as the other gentleman on the high table. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you so well, His Excellency Olusegun Ramon Mimiko. For those of us who are learning to talk in public, he is a model to many of us. And for people from Ondo State, you will agree that he is a model to so many of us. As a matter of fact, I want to tell you that we met him just 3 weeks ago. No intermediary, nobody was in between us. Myself, the district secretary, and the treasurer just drove into his apartment or his house, his country home. Okay, I love calling it country home because we were all envious and we said we would build something like that when we grow up. So we drove in there, we met people, and we told them that, tell His Excellency that the people here that want to see him are Rotarians. They immediately went in and they offered us a lot of drinks. Of course, we were afraid to drink so that we don't do that of Ashoeletu, Abi Ashoetu. So we first finished our discussion with him. The only thing he told us, he said, I am no longer a student. When next you want to invite me for a program, please give me a long time. Information so that I can prepare myself. At that note, he asked, what paper or what topic you want me to discuss? We say anything. At that point, you know we shouldn't say this. But what he has just given just now, so many Rotarians don't even know the information of 1917 or thereabout of Rotary Foundation. We appreciate you so well. Thank you, sir. Just now, when the now Rotarian Ibiloye was talking, they said we ambushed him. We seek his opinion and consent whether we ambushed him. He said no. But today, we will ambush Dr. Olusegun Mimiko as he will be decorated with the pin of Rotary. He is a Polaris fellow, but today we will ambush him to be an honorary Rotarian of the Rotary Club of Ondo. We have 2 Rotary clubs in Ondo, the Rotary Club of Ondo and the Rotary Club of Ondo Adeyemi. The only information you will give to us, which is compulsory for us, is your email address. If you are an honorary Rotarian of a club, for you to get information from Rotary, your email address must be given to us. At that point, we have submitted to Rotary International. Rotary International begins to relate with you. If you don't give to us, we decorate you. It will just be as if we have just decorated you on the purpose for today. On this note, we will be expecting that email address. Thank you so well, sir. On this note, I want to call the Rotary International representative to the podium to do me this favor. Number one, you are representing the number one citizen or the number one Rotarian in the world over. Number two, the man standing before us here was one time a minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And the fact that you are a minister as we speak will want you to do us this favor. Please help me induct him into the family. Get up in.
It's my singular honor, Dr. Olusegun, to admit you as an honorary member in the Rotary family for the Rotary Club of Ondo by having this Rotary pin on your beautiful attire. Wear it with pride. It communicates you are willing to give more than you receive. Welcome, friendship and service.
Inducted already. Why that pin is already decorated? We are boastful of this our pin. This pin that shows 7 states we govern, even though we have no siren. I love saying that at all times. We also give you this pin so that you will know it's demarcation that we govern over 40 million Nigerians. And in the land space of 1,903 square kilometers. Big land, bigger than so many nations. Please do us that favor.
On behalf of the governor and Rotarians from District 9, 1, 2, 6, 7 states, if you may rise, please receive this illustrious son of Ondo. Wear it with pride to remind you of your visit and talk to us in this conference. Thank you so much.
We can't appreciate your time. We give 3 things. Every Rotarian give 3 things: time, prayer, and talent. Today, we have gotten 2. Oh, we have gotten the 3. You burn fuel. He lives very far. He lives in the city of Ondo. So we have gotten his trial by driving on his fuel to this place. We have also gotten his talent for him, not giving him any topic, to just go and scan through, give us a topic that will improve. Please, let's sit down, please. We are sincerely very sorry. Thank you. Thank you so well. Thank you. You are the best. Sit down, sir. So he also delivered this lecture on this beautiful from the talent. What about the time? The time, today, the mayor of his hometown, the second in command of his own kingdom, is being buried. He called me, His Excellency called me around 10 o'clock. I said, I don't want him to come now so that we can. And he left that church. He came here, he's going back there, he must be there. The community is still practicing the communism. Like, it's a community where they all bring together themselves, and he came here. This big, to me, is big, it's massive. On this note, we want to give this as a token to appreciate his time, trial, and talent.
Rotary District 9126 Appreciation Award presented to His Excellency Dr. Olusegun Rahman Mimiko as keynote speaker during DISCON 2026, given this day, 9th May 2026, by Rotarian Batife Ken, Governor 2025-2026.
Thank you so well. Please, His Excellency, you may sit down for just a few minutes. We'll go together. There is what we call House of Friendship, and it must be visited by all of us as our Muslim brothers may also want to go for prayers so soon. So we'll be ending this way. We will call on KBC, who will also release after now, to come and give his goodwill message. KBC is a Rotarian, past president of the Rotary Club of Owo Metro. I may also tell you that all my life, I promised that I will never take the chieftaincy title. But when I got to Kabiesi's palace and he imposed it on me, I could not refuse my Kabiesi. So that is my own Kabiesi. Kabiesi, thank you so well, as we will be willing to hear from you, and we will be appreciative. We are very appreciative of
my district governor, the Rotarian in the House, fellow Rotarians, my mentor, whose I so much believe in politics, Dr. Rahman Olusegun Mimiko, Iroko. Who taught me politics through one of my brothers, late Idowu Ogunreboku, aka Awo. Oga, thank you for what you have done in Ondo State. I gave a kudos to you. Engeshegan, Mama fe waka forward. Ere mama agbowo, onwoma. To my Oga here, Rotarian, the new Rotarian in the house, Rotarian Ibiloye, who I also said, Oga, come to my kingdom. Come and see what is good in my kingdom. I run to you anytime, any day. You're welcome to the family, Rotary family. The Rotarian in the house, I'm proud to be one of the Rotarian. I'm proud to be a Rotarian. I'm proud to be a member of Rotary Club of our Metro. Rotary Club of our Metro, if not the power of God, my DG, who, in fact, if I have to say this, my DG, I want to thank you for making me be the part and parcel of Rotary International. To everybody in the house, I say kudos to you. I bring the greetings from my kingdom, Imurele Kingdom, where we have the entrance to our local government, where we have a good politician. When we are talking a good politician, Honorable Segun Ojo, is a man who would believe in Ondo State. And I'm also proud to be a former president, Rotary Club of our Metro, and I pay my respect to my DG. And I also promise that I will be a good ambassador of Rotary. Once again, thank you very much.
Appreciate Kabisi. I do not have the capacity to mandate my Kabisi. Otherwise, I will need to pay about 9 cows, 92 bags of yam, and like that. So Kabisi will not, we do not have that capacity. We will appreciate His Excellency. Okay, now Rotarian Olusegun Rahman Mimiko to come and appreciate Kabisi Bankola Adeyefa on behalf of the district. Thank you.
Kabisi, it is my pleasure to give this to you on behalf of the Rotary Club. For us, you represent a new generation of enlightened royal fathers that will ensure that our communities attack poverty from the roots. I am sure you are equal to the task. As a Rotarian, the good Lord will help you as you do so.
His Excellency and Kabisi and as Speaker, what we want to do now is what is called House of Friendship. In every Rotary organization, be it local, district, regional, or international, we have what we call House of Friendship, where we have some things exhibited. We have people you can meet. If it is in the international community, we have pens, you change card. We don't just open it, we open it for, in days like this, we make our guests, our visitors, to see this and open it with us. So we'll go from there so that we can open all this House of Friendship, or they with us. Thereafter, we will appreciate. If you stay with us, we appreciate it. If you want to go, we are also so grateful. We can't thank you enough. Thank you is small, but that is the biggest word that holds the world. Thank you, sorry, and please, it is on this note that we join in you and our leaders as we go to the House of Friendship. Thank you so well.
From the House of Friendship, Rotarians who want to go for Jumat, who have not gone, can go for Jumat. And the lunch too, please ensure you go to the lunch area with your ticket. Thank you.
Jones Casanova. Me and Romeo ain't never been friends. Can't you see how much I'm really loving? Gonna sing it to you time and time again.